Shamon. Shamon. Ow! Ow! Motherfucker. Shamon, motherfucker. Shamon. Motherfucker. Bad, invincible motherfucker. Ow! Shamon, motherfucker. Ow! Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Ow! 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 Shamon.
I don't believe this. I don't fucking believe this. This fucking manager! I don't fucking believe this. Tottenham fucking Hotspur, the North London rivals, have won the Europa League. And I'm sitting here, panic, stages. Mikel Arteta! Sack this manager tonight! Sack him! And he's not down the road, we're never going to hear the end of it! This fucking manager. What phrase is Ange Postecoglou in?
Great composure, lad.
Listen, we are here, everyone, man. Big up to everyone that's jumped over from the Shane raid. Big up to Shane. And of course, everyone that's over here. It's Friday. It's 8:30 p.m. What are we saying? Well, it's 8:36. Come on, we're a little bit late, but sue me. Come on. As long as we've got
great composure, lad,
we'll make it truly night, yeah? Big up to every single person here, man. You can see on my right, we have got Doc in the building, man. What are you saying, brother?
Yo, Wagwan brethren. Yo, shout out to the chat as well, man. It's Friday, baby. So, I mean, at the end of the day, can't all be that bad, right? So, big up to you, man.
Yeah, man. All good. Let me just say hello to a couple of people. We got Quasha in the building, man. Big up to Quasha. What you saying, Aaron, the legend himself in the chat. Good evening, everyone. Big up to you, brother. SE, big up to you, brother. Aaron and Co. Good evening. We'll put the link out very, 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 very soon. Big up Vigilante, my boy. How you doing, man? Hope you're good. Go and sub to Vigilante. Big up the Bavs. Big up the Quasha. Big up the Jam. Boy. We got Gavin in the building. What a fridge freezer. Big up to you, mate. Jam Boys gang. Big up Aaron. Big up chat. Bosh. Double bosh. Take your time. And we're in now. We're big girl. Hopefully we'll be seeing you for the Chelsea game. That'll be good. Have another little meet up. Always a pleasure to see you, my dear. Darren Martin, big up Dazza. We got the legend in the building, Martin Tapp. Big up to you, boy. How are you doing, man? DG in the building. Come on, man. Sleepy Arteta ball from one top tuber to another. Oh, you're too kind. Shane Ray. Big up to Tilly Tips. We're here, Tilly Tips. Oh, what, Till? Oh, we said Till with a Vince McMahon, innit? Big up to Adam, yeah, fridge freezer. Big up to you as well, man. Big up to you, my brother. Let's just get a few more people and then we'll crack on into it. Have a great show, Aaron. Big up to you, my friend. Shane Guna raid. What a fridge freezer. We love a bit of Shane, don't we? Do you know what I mean? He's a boy, our Shane. I thought that was Danny Dyer. Well, you've got the wish one, unfortunately. Do you know what I mean? Aaron, Dr. Seymour, links in the chat to pin. I will put that in there in 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. We've got JCG in the building. How you doing, brother? Always an absolute pleasure. We got Black Crow. Big up. He's a boy in here, Black Crow. He's been here for a while now. He's doing his thing. What we saying here? Do you want to know something? Phone home. Do you know what? That's it. We've got to the chat. Now let's have a little chat with my boy Doc. Listen, man, I don't know about you or what you thought about that cheeky bit of Chelsea, yeah? But it weren't really my cup of tea. Look, I thought we probably should have punished them, man. Oh, yeah. You know, we had a lot of opportunities. Mikel Marino, what's he doing? Do you know what I mean? Everyone's saying that it was a fantastic save. It's just one of them things. You got to be putting that in the back of the net, don't you? From that sort of range. It's 4-1, ends up 3-2 by the biggest freak playing football, Garnacho. What did you make of it before we get into our things? What did you make of the Chelsea game, brother? Have we got one foot in the door? Should it be done now? Talk to me, Doc. Come on.
Yeah, well, I mean, very much so. Imperatively, it should be done, right? It should be, considering the fact that we are, going back home with a goal advantage. But simultaneously, as I'm sure that you would agree, Aaron, I do not like the fact that we had let Chelsea back into the tie, not only once but twice, for that matter. That has always been I think we have seen that a lot over the span of time at or rather like watching Arsenal at the Emirates. That they give up very easy goals due to a lack of composure, to a lack of consistency throughout the game. But just as well, I mean, we can't allow these types of goals to punish us, and to even give Chelsea the thought that they are still in the tie. And unfortunately they are, because rather a one goal advantage is still something is still something achievable that they can do. And also as well, they are going to be getting a lot of their players back from injury. So to that end, unfortunately the tie is not past us. We still have a job to do in the second leg. But it is good to see Victor Gyökeres, being rather, at least he was getting more found that match, which is a positive, and long may that continue. And also as well, shout out to you, my man, client, victim Gyökeres. I know it is absolutely good on you for ignoring Saka, because again, we have to talk about Saka a little bit as well.
Just gonna say this. Let's go, Doc. Tell him, Doc.
Yeah, let me tell you, I think I'm getting sick and tired of this whole inverted winger bullshit. At the end of the day, I come from a time where I was seeing wingers on the side of the pitch with their preferred foot, putting crosses into the final third to reach the striker. And Saka had that opportunity. We saw how exasperated Gyökeres was. And unfortunately, Bentan had put in a decent cross in. It was a major faux pas by the goalkeeper, but at the end of the day, the striker was there where he needed to be to tap the ball in.
Yeah, thanks.
And on that note, I gotta turn my camera off for a little bit because my tea kettle is going off, so I'll be right back in a quick sec.
Yeah, no, you're all good, man. Big up the AFC in the building, man. Big up to Aaron. Yeah, I hope you're all good. Yeah, all the family are all good. The missus at work today, so do you know what I mean? I can chill out and have a little relax. I can starfish out on the bed. Do you know what I mean? I like a little bit of that. It's winter, to be fair, so I get the most of it. When it's in the summer, we've got super king size beds, so she stays all the way over the other side. So in the winter, she likes to huddle over me for the warmth. Do you know what I mean? It makes me feel wanted, but she only wants the fucking heat. Talking of the heat, here he is. Doc, what was you saying? Yeah. To cut you off there, bro. What were you saying?
No, not at all, baby. No, all I'll say is that, we really need Gyökeres firing, right? At the end of the day, we know why Berta had overruled Arteta on the signing of Benjamin Tesco, big up Vidge, on Benjamin Tesco, as well as on Nico Williams. We already had player profiles in that nature. We already have a bunch of players that can play the false nine. What we did not have is an out-and-out striker who solely exists on the pitch to score goals. We did not bring in Victor Gyökeres simply because he can hold up play. We did not bring in Victor Gyökeres so that he can link up with the midfield. We brought in Victor Gyökeres to score goals. End all, be all. To that end, there are some things that he could be doing a little bit better in. There's certainly no shadow of a doubt there. But at the end of the day, that is his ultimate purpose, to score goals. And if we don't feed him, he won't score goals.
Yeah, mate, it's absolute facts. But you know what? Yeah, I've been talking to a few of the boys about this, and big up. We got Gianni in the building, man. Big up to Gianni. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's just got that bit more elite, didn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? When we get G in the building, my big G dog. What are you saying? I was just gonna have a little chat, but do you know what? Sod me. Gianni's in the building now. What are you saying, bruv? He's beaming. Come on, G.
Another day, another $1.50. Just getting ready for football weekend. So,
yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Bears, bear down.
Have you got your composure, lad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got it like this?
Great composure, lad.
Yo, Irish again. Great composure, lad.
Nah, don't disrespect the Irish like that.
Bro, I was telling Aaron earlier, man is trying so hard not to be Canadian.
Yeah.
I mean, with the track record of the Toronto Maple Leafs, I wouldn't be either.
I couldn't blame him, right?
Oh man, I love what Shane calls him, the Maple Leaf Mong. Man, that's exceptional, isn't it? Yeah, I'm almost annoyed that I didn't come out with it because that's right up my street. That sort of saying. Yeah, that's something I'd say. But I think it's hilarious and a little bit gutted that I didn't come up with it first. But big up to Shane, Gianni, man. We were just talking about Victor Gyökeres, yeah. I was going to get into it because I haven't really had a chance to have a little chat about it. I like what Victor Gyökeres has done, man. You know, you could clearly see his intent. I watched the game at home. I didn't go to the game. I watched it on Sky Sports after I watched their interview with Ben White, and I also obviously watched the celebrations at the goal. And he didn't cut a very happy figure, and quite rightly so. You know, I'm critical of him in terms of, you know, he's got to hold himself accountable to some degree as well, of course. You know, but that doesn't mean to say that he can't be frustrated, and rightly so. Geezer's double frustrated. He's treble frustrated. It's like me when, you know what I mean, my missus gets her time of the month and I'm sat there and I'm like, come on, man. Fuck's sake, it's fucking been a week now, you know what I mean? I'm starting to hunch over. The balls are drooping that low, you know what I mean? It's fucking, come on. You start getting a bit frustrated, and you know what I mean? I feel for Gyökeres. Come on, man. Brothers, boys, you know. But I feel for Gyökeres. And you could see that frustration simmering and simmering and simmering. And it came out in the sort of sense of push. Now, I watched Tom Cunton earlier, very, very, very briefly. And he was like, well, I don't know why. Everyone really seems to think that there's an issue with it. Players do this all the time. And I'm like, bruv, they fucking don't. They don't. He was fucking pissed off. He pushed him out the way as if to say, oh, you little see you next Tuesday. This is what happens when you give me the ball. I can be on the end of things. I can put the ball in the back of the net. He gave me it. You didn't. Why? Push away. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Yep. Come on. This is what I sort of see from there. And then in his interview, you could see he was simmering. Do you know what I hope? All right, cool. You know, he's got his goal, yeah? I hope this sparks something because he's sending a message, yeah? He's sending a message. I received the message, but Tom Cunton didn't because they all do it. Yeah.
Isn't it the same moron that said that fucking Kai Havertz should be like a Dennis Bergkamp? It's like, dude, what the hell are you talking about with trying to say Kai Havertz should act like Dennis Bergkamp? I mean, let's all be honest here. If all three of us were world-class strikers bagging the amount of goals that he did in 2 years, and you come here and now you're being asked to do a completely different thing than what your specialty is, I'm sorry, all of us would be upset by it. I mean, let's be honest here. If Gyökeres could get service the way that he did and score the goal the way that he did against Chelsea every game, we walk the fucking league. Let's be honest here. If with the defense showing the capabilities, big up Jez every time in the chat.
Big up Jez.
But if you have a striker like that who could be bagging goals the way that he did in that game, the way that he played against Chelsea, if we have him scoring goals like that the entire time, we walk the league. We walk the league. That's what's so funny about this is people who are upset about him getting mad and everything else. Hey,
Comment ça va? What are you telling me, people?
Yo, Kolhara Habibi, what's good, babe?
Thank you. Hey, bro, listen. I'm outside. I'm ready for this live. I'm ready for this live. What are we talking about now? What are we talking about?
We was talking about Victor Gyökeres basically just sending out a cheeky little message, not just in terms of his little sneaky goal. But, you know, in his celebration, Saka, fuck off. And just in the interview, fuck off. And in his pre-match interview, you know, basically just sort of saying, give me the bloody ball. I need some service. I'm starving. He's losing an inch of fucking match day on his waist for crying out loud. Do you know what I mean? He's hungry.
When you think about it, yeah, it's not the first time. It's not the first time they don't give him the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the problem. He got pissed off because it's multiple times. If you don't believe me, yeah, watch the whole game, but just watch Gyökeres. Don't watch anybody else. Watch Gyökeres. He's always making the run. You know that goal that he scored? He's always there. It's just that the ball never gets to him.
Facts.
It was just that Sanchez is dumb enough to fumble that. I'll be real. A lot of goalkeepers would have got that. But still, he was always in the same. He's been there. But they don't give him the ball. So he got frustrated because people are turning on him. They're not turning on the system. They're not turning on the attacking players that are not creating enough for the strikers. They're not turning on our midfield that are not creative enough to find solutions against low blocks. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he feels like he's the only one that's getting attacked. Let's be real. Saka ain't getting attacked. Martinelli ain't getting attacked. Gyökeres is the only one that's getting attacked.
Facts.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah.
100%, mate. Go on, sorry. Go on, G. I'll let you carry on.
No, just to add, like with what I said, if Gyökeres gets regular service with the way he scored his goal and how he played against Chelsea, we walk the league. We win the league. I'm sorry, we win the league. The defense is showing that it's good enough to go through the 38 games so far. So again, at the end of the day, if you have a striker with the capability to be a walking goal machine, why don't you just force feed him the ball with the goal? Big up.
Yeah, what's up, John?
What's up, my tribal chief?
Yeah, what's up, Rashid? I'm wearing my special tribal chief cloth because I'm Roman Reigns, and every single one of you must acknowledge your tribal chief. Well, all in all, it's great being your show again, Alan. Yeah. What's up, guys, man? Rashid,
Hey,
what's
man,
up?
Macy's come in with a blast as always.
Yeah.
We gotta love a bit of Macy. Come on, man.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah. Now it's so cold. My mom told me to wear something warm, so I've got this blanket just in case to keep me warm. You know.
Yeah, well, we don't want you shivering your timbers now, do we? Do you know what I mean?
Of course not,
How
Aaron.
cold is it over
Well,
there?
warm Macy is a good Macy. That's what it's all
Of
about.
course, Aaron.
Here he is. We got a bit of Lawrence in the building.
How are you, man?
Getting the old OG's getting the old OG Arsenal shirt there. Big up to you, Lawrence, mate.
Yeah.
What we saying? We got Lawrence in the building. Big up to you, bro.
Big up, Lawrence.
Big up, Larry.
Yeah.
How you doing, my man?
This is what a real shirt is. This is what a real shirt looks like.
Come on.
Real badge.
Yeah. Proper badge. Don't know. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, mate.
Do you see that?
Proper one.
Oh man, that's the old
As
With
big
the
up to
three
Jez in the
circles
chat.
under the cannon.
As Jez would say, facing the right way. Facing the right way.
Yep.
Absolutely,
What
facing
year is
the
that?
right way. What's up, boys?
What year? Rather, I'm like, what year is that kid from?
Go on, Lawrence. What year is it from?
Come on.
70s.
Fucking
Oh no,
hell.
it wouldn't have been 80s, wouldn't it? Because we didn't have things in the 70s. It would have been 80s, wouldn't it? Oh,
Isn't Umbro the 80s?
Lawrence is giving us a stripogram. It's like Magic Mike in here. Come on, what's going on?
We know we channel.
You must start dancing in a minute, Lawrence. Oh, well, while Lawrence takes off his top and is getting ready to do some pole dancing, what we'll do is we'll come to Lawrence, you all right, geezer?
Hi.
Yeah, all right. I'll tell you what we'll
Yeah,
do.
it's
Yeah,
a bit
right.
iffy here. Hold on.
Yeah, all right. What I'll do is I'll
Give me a
quickly,
minute.
that's all right. I'll remove you just quickly, and when you're settled in, I'll put you back on. We're getting back on for 2 seconds. But basically, what we were talking about, let's get back into it, was a bit of Chelsea and the Gyökeres. Macy, what did you make of the Gyökeres? That little bit of a push of intent, wasn't it, on Bukayo Saka? Basically saying to him, look, man, you've been pissing me off, son. Roman Reigns wouldn't have that, would he?
Saka said that to Gyökeres.
Nah, Gyökeres was pushing him. Gyökeres pushed him, and he's
Because
basically
this is
said
a
to
man
him,
who's because Aaron, this is a man who is frustrated, and I feel so sorry for Gyökeres because we brought him into this football club to be our main striker, but no matter what, nobody's giving him any service, and I can see that frustration. That reminds me of Henry, because if Henry was pissed off, he would be pushing somebody because he wants the ball, and Gyökeres is the same. He wants the ball too, because every time the attackers, they don't give him the ball, you can see that frustration because he really wants to get himself onto the match, because We brought him into this football club to be our main striker, but the fact is, none of our attackers aren't worthy of giving him the ball. I watched Odegaard as well. There was one point in that game where he had the ball and Gyökeres was asking him, "Give me the ball." But what does this scrubby captain do? He gets the ball and then he just passes it back to the defenders. I'm so sick and tired of Odegaard. Every time I see him play the ball back to the defense, this is a guy, this is a captain for me that should not be captain. If anybody should be captain at Arsenal, it's either Declan or Gabriel, because Declan or Gabriel, one of them, they know what it means to be the captain, because they are the ones that are trying to make things happen. But with Odegaard, all this guy does, he gets the ball, he skips around one side, then he skips around the next side, he takes too many touches. When it doesn't go well, he passes it back. I'm sorry, Odegaard, somebody should just the captaincy, hand him a transfer request and tell him to fuck off, because I'm sick and tired of the fact that Eze and Madueke are on the bench and they're still not getting any games. This was the chance to give Madueke a chance against his former club, but what does this manager do? He brings on the German James Charles again. Like, for what reason? You know, Madueke, he's the only one that can bring some sort of spark into the right-hand side. But what really frustrated me was the fact that he left Saka on for 90 minutes. Can you imagine that? Saka must be feeling so knackered, because when the World Cup does come, you can see that Saka won't be 100% ready for the tournament, because he'll be tired, he'll be finished, and somebody will have to take over his right-hand side. So Saka, for me, like, I just think he's finished. I think when the World Cup does come, he shouldn't make that squad. Somebody else should take over his spot, because for me, every time I see him start every game, like, no matter like what game it is, this manager has to start him, because now that he has signed his 5-year contract, he has to start game after game, because this is on his contract now. And this is why this manager, and the most terrifying thing about this is, fellas, now this manager is on the verge of getting another contract. Like, for what? If we want to give this guy a contract, give him until the end of the season. Why are we giving it to him now? We still haven't won anything this season, and people want to sit there and say, "Oh, but look where he's taken us. We are starting to build up as a team. We are on the pinnacle of the top and all that stuff." It doesn't matter. Once we win the league, then you can give Arteta the contract. But if you give him the contract now, then this could be the year where we might bottle a trophy, because you can see the owners, they just want to give the contract to Arteta quickly, because they just want to get the contract signed, so that when Arteta does stay for maybe 5 years, the club will be finished. Because the owners don't care about the ambition. They just want to say, "Oh, you know what? Let's give this guy another contract. He's making good strides with Arsenal. If we give him another contract, we'll get more money paid." Like, Arsenal will never change for the better, Aaron. We'll just still continue to be this Mickey Mouse club, because we are happy with the fact that we are still handing out contracts to losers that shouldn't earn it. Like, this is why I don't get gassed up by the fact. I'm happy we beat Chelsea in the first leg, but now Chelsea have 2 goals advantage. They have to go to the Emirates and score 1 goal to turn the tie around. But it might not happen, because we've got a good record at home. But if we play Man City in the final of the League Cup, Man City will pulverize us, because you know what will happen, because we never turn up in major games, because last season we didn't turn up against Newcastle, and if we don't turn up against Chelsea in the second leg, then we could be in the process of being knocked out of the League Cup for the second time. So we have to get a trophy this season, because this is the level of Arsenal. We have to win something, because this manager has been here for 6 years. He's still not won a major trophy since that FA Cup win. And we have to get things over the line, because if we give this manager another contract around January, then I'm sorry, we're not winning nothing this season. Man City will continue to keep winning their games while we ponce around playing this U-shaped football, and it won't be long before City overtake us in the top of the table. So that's why I just don't want Arteta to get another contract this January. Give him the contract if we win the league. If we don't win the league, sack him immediately. But for now, do not give him that contract.
By the way, just quickly, we were obviously, you can see another legend is in the building. Look at these two absolute proper Arsenal legends we've got on the panel here. When you're in their proper original shirts, man, that's proper Arsenal. These two gentlemen have been to and seen more games than all of us times 50,000 probably combined. That's proper fans. That's proper fans for you. What a pleasure it is to have fans like that on the channel, man. Big up the Jez. But we will come to Lawrence because there's a talking point that I wanted to sort of start with, and Macy segued me excellently there with it. Manchester City. That they're okay, 6 points behind us. They look very good, didn't they? Very convincing in the Carabao Cup semi-final. They won it, didn't they? Again, that's what I respect about Man City. They're going out there and they're getting it done. They've got some menu in. They look like they're going to get Gay through the door. Maybe others, I don't know. That's signing. That's an intent of a club that want to carry on for sustained success. What do you think of what Manchester City doing? Is it a little bit worrying? Do you think we should be trying to do the same thing, looking to improve our squad in the summer? Are you a little bit worried about what in the winter? Are you a little bit worried about what City are doing? Talk to me, Lawrence. Oh, you're muted, bud. Lawrence, you've muted yourself, mate.
Sorry about that. No,
you're all good, my friend.
Distractions here, mate. What with the Wi-Fi playing up, I've been running around like a tit in a trance trying to find a good spot.
We see your tits.
Yeah. You should be giving me $5 bills. Sorry about the peep show as well. Sorry.
You're all good. Come on, Lawrence. You're all good.
Yeah. I felt on Wednesday after the game, it felt more like a defeat because we should have put them away. They were there for the taking. They were missing all their big name stars, so it wasn't a full strength Chelsea team. But when I saw the team lineup and I saw that he did make a change in goal, I thought we were in for trouble. And sure enough, yet again, we've given them a lifeline. Man City, I watched the other night, and it was as different as chalk and cheese. They put Newcastle to the sword, and if Manchester City had played Chelsea, the Man City fans would be booking their trips to Wembley now because the game would have been done and dusted. They wouldn't have had to play a second leg whatsoever, and that's the difference between them and us. And how many times have we seen this movie before where everyone thinks the league title is ours, we're going to win a cup, only for them to pip us at the post? And it's happening again. And I've been telling people this till I'm blue in the face. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. This Man City team are always on our coattails, and we never learn, right? And this manager never learns whatsoever. It's the same thing year after year. Yeah, he's the best manager in the world, and this is the greatest team in the world, although we haven't won anything for 6 fucking years. And I'm just tired of hearing the same narrative every season that, oh yeah, he's Super Mick Arteta. He knows exactly what he needs. If he knew what he needs, we wouldn't be in this bloody situation.
Yeah. Well, that's absolute facts. From do you know what? From one legend to an absolute other one, Jezza. Big up to you, mate. Thanks for chipping in. You can stay as long as you like. You're always welcome on here, my friend. And what a beautiful shirt as well, may I just add. And you know what? Just quickly to just sidetrack it, ain't it nice seeing a yellow Arsenal shirt? And it's been so bloody long, isn't it? We desperately need a yellow Arsenal shirt back again, don't we? How you doing, Jez? All right, bud?
I'm all good, mate. Yeah, I thought I'd jump in for quickly, about half an hour, 40 minutes. I saw Lawrence with the iconic home shirt with the cannon pointing the right way. So I immediately went and dug out the centenary shirt from '85, the away shirt. I thought, well, I can't let Lawrence outdo me. I've got to go and get my away.
I could never outdo you, Jez.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking, mate. I'm joking. But yeah, I mean, I fully endorse what Lawrence just said. The fact remains that this bullshit, continual bullshit that I hear about, this is the best manager in the world. Well, he's the best manager in the world for winning nothing. Tell me that story when he comes to winning something in May. Right now, we're sitting good. We're top of the league. We got Forest away tomorrow. And then 3 weeks' time, 2 weeks' time, whenever it is, we got Chelsea at home. I'm quite confident we'll beat Chelsea and get to Wembley. But then we got to face Man City. As Lawrence said, they're always like coattails. And they're strengthening. They're signing Gueye today. What are Arsenal doing in this window? Nothing. When we should be able to do something, but we're not seeing. I'm not seeing it. We need to actually do something to actually make out that we are intending to go for it. But with these consistent injuries we keep getting, doesn't that not say to you that we need to strengthen again? I mean, for me, with the squad he's got, we shouldn't have all these injuries. Personally, there's something's not right at home. Yep. This has been going on for way too long. But I put this down to the way he treats the players. He's an arrogant, narcissistic prick. Who I've never met the man. I don't want to meet the man. I've got no time for him. But at the end of the day, you treat your players like crap. And it's quite interesting when we saw half time at the bridge. Rice was having a bit of a kick on with Airport Albert.
Albert, yeah.
Probably because he's pissed off. And good on you, Rice. Good on you. About time somebody had the balls to turn around and say to this management, "You're fucking idiots." And
bit desire.
That's what you want to see, isn't it? Challenging the system. That's what you want to see. That's part of it, isn't it?
Well, players in the past they used to have row with management, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tony Adams had it with Wenger. Tony Adams also had it with George Graham. So, we want players that got some balls and turn around and say, "No, I don't agree with what you're telling me. You're talking crap, mate. I'm the one on the pitch. I'm the one playing the game. Shut up, walk away, and let me play the game." But all the time we've got weak-kneed little captains like Odegaard who are going to go, "Oh, yeah, all right, Arteta. All right, oh, yeah. Yeah." And I'll finish on this. What I loved also was when Gyökeres pushed Saka away when he scored that goal.
Yep.
Fuck you, mate. Fuck you. You haven't been passing me the ball all season.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's what I want to see. And fair play to Gyökeres for doing that, because Saka has got way too big in his boots and he's got way too selfish. And it's time that somebody took him down a bit or two and said, "Stuff you, son. At the end of the day, come and talk to me. Yeah, and you're going to get one." Because at the end of the day, I think the guy's gone way above his level. And I'll shut up.
Yeah. Do you know what, though, Jez? I actually make you right on that Saka thing, because if he was putting up, say, the numbers he was 2 years ago, and maybe even then a little bit more, you could go, "Do you know what? If you're going to be an arrogant prick about it, fine. As long as you are cutting in and whipping it in and bending it in the top corner and making an assist, okay, if you're going to be an arrogant prick, like you're putting the ball in the back of the net, all right, I can live with that. But if you're going to be an arrogant prick that ain't passing and you're all large and in charge and, Charlie Big Bollocks, but you're not doing it on the pitch, Jez, that's a problem, isn't it? You know, he's got that attitude and he's not delivering. And that's a massive issue. You got to be able to have something to back it up. And I'll come to you, Jamboy. That's actually a nice little thing to talk about. We'll swing back around sort of the other bit, but Bukayo Saka, yeah, is he a bit big for his boots?
Yeah, he is. But Rashid was in before me. If you want to jump to it, mate.
Oh, sorry, mate. Go on. Sorry, yeah.
It's fine.
Either way, go on, Rashid, bruv, if you want to go, bro. Rashid, he's frozen. Rashid, bruv. Here he is. I think you're on mute, mate. El mute.
Apologies.
Apologies
about. Hey, listen. This is the thing, yeah, and I'll end it short and sweet. This problem with Saka is because of these fans that gas him up. Gas him up like he's some fucking Lamine Yamal.
Right there.
He's not. Look, if you're looking at GA, he's not that guy. If you're looking at a football on the pitch, what, he has like 2 games in 8 or probably 10 games that he plays for good football. That's the thing. That's the thing about Saka, yeah? It's that 100k bonus that he gets for scoring got to his head. That's exactly what Jez was talking about. It's the 100k. He's getting money for that shit. And when you score, it will put a lot of how do you say? It would gas you up even more when it comes to these comes to these fans. Now Gyökeres, what the problem is with Gyökeres is that we need him to be the guy that scores. We don't need Saka to score because we tried that way where like we share the goals around. You remember that one? Let's share the goals around. Like it's that's the thing. You cannot share the goals around when it comes to Saka and Odegaard and them players. They're meaty players. They're all right. They're not that guy. They're not the guy that you build the team around. If he was Lamine Yamal, I'd tell you, listen, let's build a team around him. We tried it. We tried building a team around Saka. We tried building a team around Odegaard. That's why Gyökeres is here. We're trying to build a team around him. But these guys are not having it. And let's be real. Saka's untouchable. Odegaard, untouchable. You cannot touch them. Even speaking about them, bro, they will come for you. Try doing it on X. Try doing it on X. Watch how people come for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's their cousin or something. These men are sick in the head. They chill on their break, lunchtime break. You know when you're at work and you go for lunch. Yeah, what they do is sending him happy birthday, sending him. I swear to God, this is what people do. This is what people do. They're so attached to these players. It's crazy. They don't put Arsenal first. That's the problem. They don't put Arsenal first. That's why I was telling them, put Madueke on the pitch. He's better than him. Let's be honest. He's doing better than him right now. You play. If you're doing better than Madueke, then you play. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I loved about Pep. But yeah, man, that's my thoughts on the whole Saka saga and Gyökeres, man. And I like what Declan Rice did as well. You know what I'm saying? He's a dickhead. Yeah, all those managers, like, let's be real, yeah. Apart from the set piece coach, the others, I don't know, man. I don't know. For me personally, Arteta hasn't found the balance yet. Yeah, when you look at, if you don't watch the game and you actually go look at the stats or look at how much we scored, you'd be baffled. But when you take a look that we scored 25 goals from set pieces. Let that sink in. 25. You know who's second place? Spurs with 17. We scored 25 goals of set pieces. Let's be real. But that's the thing, man. We can't build the team around Saka, and these guys are just not having it. They just can't believe that the whole Saka Starboy didn't work out. It is what it is. There's so many players in the world that passed. Probably you guys, the older heads probably know more players. Do you know what I'm saying? There's so many players that was supposed to be something, and then they didn't end up to be that guy. It is what it is. We move on. Barcelona had a player called Bojan or something like that. You guys remember?
Bojan Kirkic, remember? Yeah.
He was a baller.
Yep.
He was an absolute baller. Where did he end up? Roma. Got a couple of games here and there, and then just disappeared.
Yeah. Didn't Stoke at one stage have like 5 Champions League winners in their squad?
Yeah,
Didn't they?
they had Hesse too from Real Madrid on that team.
It's like a Bolton
Yeah,
regen.
yeah. That's funny.
But yeah,
man.
that's my thoughts on the situation. That's it. These people need to understand that it's Arsenal first. It's not players first. You know what I'm saying? They're not playing well. Move on. You got Eze, yeah, playing way better than Odegaard and still holding bench. Ethan gets no minutes. Max Dowman's better than all the front three. Everybody in the team. Max Dowman's better than. Did he get a game? No. He's 15. Fuck off, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now you are just quickly, boys.
Mutant alert. Mutant alert. Mutant alert. Mutant alert.
Oh, yep.
Goes. All right.
Yeah, because of him. This chap chatting bullshit.
I'll
Look,
tell you what,
listen.
he wants to fuck off now because I'm going about to rip Saka.
Prime example, people.
Do you know
example.
Do you know what?
Prime
it's not
example.
my show, Jam Boy. Go, bruv.
Right, the thing with the Chelsea
Go ahead,
game,
Jambo. Teach this guy.
the problem with Saka is, right, he's been hyped into oblivion, right? I've always said Saka's overrated. Even when he was at his best, I said he was overrated. Now, the problem with him is where he's so overrated into oblivion, he's not going to stay like that all the time. Now, he's a good player, and I'll say it again, overrated doesn't mean I think he's shit. It means I think he's rated higher than he should be. He's not world class, and he's never going to be world class. And with these injuries he's just had recently, he's not going to get back to anywhere near the levels he was. So the time now is to start looking for alternative players because he isn't going to get anywhere near the heights he did. That's the first thing, right? And he's just signed a new $300,000 a week deal, which shouldn't have happened.
Madness.
The Gyökeres thing. If you watch that goal back or the play back, all Saka had to do was play a little pass, slide it across to Gyökeres. That ball is easier than the one he gave to White to put across when Gyökeres was then behind Sanchez and he made a mistake. Then White would have actually really the pass he played across was a bit soft. And he might have had to lift it over Sanchez. But Sanchez copped up there. That's why that goal went in. If that didn't go in, Saka would have got more than a push, wouldn't he? But he didn't push him away and have the ump with him just because of that moment. It's been happening all season. Mm-hmm. And like that, none of them are willing to back Gyökeres. They can't see that it's Arteta's system that's the problem. Like the reason I give Saka so much stick is because of how much people rate him. People rate him so good. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching him specifically, and I'm sitting there and every 5 minutes I'm going, for fuck's sake, Saka. Fuck's sake, Saka.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then 5 games later he'll score a good goal, and then it's the old, oh Saka, we're haters. Where are you? Like, I don't hate Saka. Hate bullshit. I don't hate him. I like Saka. I think he's a good player. But he's not as good as people are making out. They get all in their feelings and loyalty and all that stuff. You can't criticise a player. If you don't criticise someone for doing something wrong, they ain't going to get better. They have to take constructive criticism to learn. For instance, when Arteta watches a game pass, they could win 5-0, but he'll still see things in the game that he'll say to the players, "You could have done this better." You know, that's constructive criticism. I don't get what people's how their minds work. But yeah, bringing Rice off for Havertz because he wanted to get his favourite player on. That there was only 10 minutes to go, if that. I mean, you might as well have just left Rice on. But the biggest mistake he made was he brought on Jesus and put him up top, and then played Marino and who was the other one? Marino and
Martinelli.
Havertz. Marino and Havertz played as sort of like 10s, and he left Zubimendi as a lone 6. Yeah,
he's not a lone 6. Not in the Premier League, he ain't anyway.
We needed that against Liverpool at home. We're winning the game, and he's putting 2 10s and 1 6. Whereas against Liverpool, he's playing 2 6s and 1 10. In a game we need to win in the league.
Facts.
It's all asked about face. It doesn't make sense. I mean, Havertz come on, he done fuck all, but he's going to be our saviour, and I can tell you now he's not.
Well, we've got 3 years of the history.
James has come back, and he looked good in that first game he come back, and since then he's been dog shit. I mean, City are going out and rectifying little problems they've got, mainly in defence, well, big problems in defence, but like Semenyo, they didn't really need him. They've just bolstered their team because they know what it takes to go on and win leagues. And we're sitting here with fucking multiple injuries in defence and just go in with it.
Yeah.
You don't win the league. You don't do the right thing and don't do the championship winning club mentality thing. You're not going to win championships. I'm still not sure about the league. I still think City will catch us, and the Chelsea game should have been out of sight. I'll be honest with you. Before that game started, I would have taken a 1-goal lead, whether it be 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, whatever. But after the game finished and the way it went, we should have been 4-1 and out of sight.
Oh, it should be. It should be over, shouldn't it?
That second goal for Chelsea wouldn't have happened if Rice stayed on the pitch and Havertz stayed on the bench. He didn't need to bring Havertz on. There's no point bringing Rice off for 10 minutes. What's the point? It ain't adequate rest, is it? If you brought him off after 60 minutes, I could say, okay, he's giving him a bit of a rest. But why didn't you bring Eze on? Why are you bringing Havertz on? He's shit in midfield. We know he is. But I've got to say one thing. Marino, when he come on, I thought he did very well. He should have buried that chance, and it wasn't a good save. Sanchez just got lucky.
Yeah, agreed.
But he should have scored that. But it's that old cliche, isn't it? He caught the ball too well, Marino. He caught it so sweet.
He did, yeah.
You know what I mean? He absolutely mullered that ball. I mean, if he slightly miskicks that, it's in the goal. But yeah,
he makes himself big, doesn't he, Robert Sanchez? To be fair, he does his job well in terms of making himself big. But it's not a great save in terms of his telegraph where it's going, and it's an acrobatical. Yeah. It's not a great save to that, but he's done well.
Yeah, Marino's just levered it. He's just stuck his foot through it. On 9 times out of 10 that goes in. He's just stuck his leg out and got a bit fortunate, but he's done well to make himself big and do that. Schmeichel sort of escape, wasn't it? But yeah, I'm still not sure. Like Chelsea coming to the Emirates, I'm still not sure. We don't know what Arteta's going to do. He'll probably still play a strong team, I would have thought, because he don't seem to want to rest our players. Yeah, he seems to just play the same team that he can every time if they're not injured. And I'm worried that he's going to put Havertz in and start putting Gyökeres on the bench, because Arteta just what he wants is what he does and what he gets. And the fans just lap it up and allow them to do it. But I'll shut up and let someone else talk.
Yeah, no, I'll come briefly to Quaja quickly with this one, and then we'll just do a kind of a free for all. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's had a little chat. Quaja, do you think Chelsea are still in it? I mean, technically, it's only 1 goal, but we're coming back to the Emirates. Do you reckon we should still be getting through? Do you reckon Chelsea could come back? What's your thoughts, my friend? And thank you very much for jumping on, Quaja.
Big up Aaron and the panel, big up the chat. I feel like it's still not over, because as soon as Declan Rice came off, we knew that second goal was going to happen. If we had put Eze on that pitch, I think that would have been different. I mean, that corner, that second goal, I just don't know what's the... First of all, why did he start Kepa? If that was David Raya, he would have never gone in. If that was David Raya, that would have not been 3-2. I mean, David Raya should have started that game, but let's be real. We're happy with the win. Don't get me wrong, but Top Gooners are going to say, be happy with the win. We are happy with the win. All of us are happy. It's just the fact that we needed a 2-goal advantage. Manchester City have a 2-goal advantage at the Etihad, and I think they'll smoke Newcastle, by the way. They're going to go to the final. But the way we're playing right now, he just wants to park the bus. I always look at him. He just wants to defend. He just plays haram football every single time. I just don't like it. We're 3-1 up. Go and get the 4th goal. Marino came on. You know what? He did better than most of our subs, by the way. Most of our subs did absolutely trash. Fuck all. Only Marino did. He could have scored. Unfortunately, he didn't. But when it came to 3-2, I felt like we could have thrown it away. Listen, we've won the game, but he needs to put out a strong team. We need to get that first goal. If we don't get that first goal, imagine if Arteta plays for a 0-0 draw and he goes through. I'm sorry, but it's going to be tough going to the Carabao Cup final. Because if we play like that in the Carabao Cup final, like parking the bus and all that against Manchester City at Wembley, it's looking bleak. I do believe we can win the second leg, but if we can get the opening goal, get at least maybe 2 or 3 goals, I think the tie will be over. But this manager will try to park the bus after going 1-0 up. That's not how you can't do that. You get the first, you get the second, you get the third, and then, okay, fine, then defend a little bit, then attack. Because our home record is good, don't get me wrong, but we need to do better. That's what we have to do. And obviously tomorrow's game is huge for us. I mean, we're 6 points clear right now, as it stands currently. With the Manchester derby happening tomorrow at 12:30, whatever the result is, we just have to do our job. That's it. We just got to win our games. There's no excuse. I don't want to hear all this referees were against us. This decision was harsh. The scheduling was bad. The scheduling has costed us, and that's what the top gooners will be telling us.
The ball was all right this time, mate. The ball was all right.
Oh yeah, the ball was all right. Maybe you could say the weather affected the game because Lego Head was talking about the weather against Liverpool because it benefited Liverpool and we were tough to cope with it. It was very cold and the players looked very cold and all that shit. But it is what it is. But in and all, I'm happy with the win. We just need to improve. We need to improve on our attack. Defensively, we need to do better because I think that maybe when Calafiori and Capia come back, they're going to play left back. And I think Timber will be moving to right back. And then obviously he's going to start the usual Odeklapp, Saka's, Trossard, Gyökeres. I don't see any changes. I think he's going to go for the same team, except maybe either Calafiori and Capia come in at left back, Timber will move to right back. And I think he might start Raya in goal. And I think that will be it. So, yeah, we just need to improve massively.
Yeah.
Can't hear you, Aaron.
Yep, here we go. I've muted myself for some reason. There we go. Doc, I'm going to come straight to you with this. And Korsha briefly sort of mentioned it. It's all sort of well and good, and I agree with this statement as well, with people saying, and I've said as well before, we can use the Carabao Cup and get into that final and obviously winning it could be a real sort of platform and a springboard for us to go on and maybe lift that title for the first time in 22 years, sorry. But no one ever really talks that much about the other side of it. Should we get to the final, of course, if we lose it to a Manchester City side that, again, are showing this intent in the market, signing Semenyo, signing Gay, maybe they're not done yet. It's a big one, isn't it? We've got to win this cup, haven't we? Not just to win this cup, but to not lose the Premier League, because I genuinely think we'll probably either win both or win none. What do you reckon on that?
Yeah, so I think overall, this Carabao Cup can be the catalyst to more silverware this year. However, as we know, this club under this manager is like a jukebox. You can put in a nickel and it's going to play out a different tune every single match of the across every different season. So rather who's to say that we don't win the Carabao Cup and then end up bottling the league just because it would just be in such in such like traditional standard. Also as well, like at the end of the day, the reason why City fans have confidence in their team to win the league is not because of the players, because rather this season they have been underperforming. It is simply due to the fact that they have the best manager in the world who has proven time and time again to be able to get over the line despite the odds, right? So at the end of the day, and also as well, as we know, folks, these billionaires, we all know that they are they're all having dinner with one another, they're all having these conversations, at the dining table, at the golf course. It would be so typical that that City would potentially allow us to win the Carabao Cup while they press on to win the league. So at the end of the day, I think we need to take every match as a cup final. There are no such things as potentially discounting teams on paper. We know that as well. That, for example, with all of the teams that are fighting relegation, they are going to become more rabid as the season ensues because they want to stay up in the league. And and ultimately, it's also at the end of the day, it is going to be incumbent upon us to do what's needed to get over the line in whichever way possible. But the most important aspect, the thing that I think that we have been sorely lacking this season, is a lack of consistency, and that ultimately, like, our matches, like, are usually a tale of two halves. That we have that we often have like two different like performances like across the match, and there needs to be a little bit more consistency there. I mean, look, like, at the end of the day, I have learned time and again not to believe anything that this club does until I actually see it. You know, like, so at the end of the day, until I see armpits in May, it's going to be hard to believe. However, what I do want to mention as well, Aaron, you know, like, kind of rather, I just wanted to briefly provide some calm in the chat, right? You know, like,
yeah, man.
So there,
please
so
do so kind. Sir.
Yeah, I absolutely would love to. I know. I mean, like, so we know that the rounds have been going around, like, with respect to this potential, like, new contract that that Arteta is getting. It's not happening, folks. All right, I can guarantee it. Just even based off of the source itself. So it's a bullshit source. The original article was from Caught Offside. All right, that's an absolute clunker of a website. The source that was that was utilized, there were no tangible links. There was nothing evidentiary outside of a tweet saying exclusive with an alarm bell. Arteta is on the verge of getting a new contract. There is nothing substantiated in that. And even furthermore, last month, with ESPN, Mikel had an interview with them, and he said that he will have to earn a new contract extension because he knows, unfortunately, like, what regardless of what his acolytes, you know, like, will say, he needs to win silverware because he knows otherwise he is toast. Mm-hmm. All right, so so at the end of the day, like, he knows what time it is. He even said it, you know, like, season ago, like, at the tail end of the season, that second place is not good enough, that we do need to win silverware. We have spent £1 billion plus with this manager, and, you know, like, and with all this catch-up money that we have had over time, we need catch-up trophies and 2 decades worth of catch-up trophies. It is time to get our shit together.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. And do you know what as well? He said that twice. I recorded him at the Emirates this time around, because last season or the season before, at the end of it, he come out with this, you know, finishing second ain't good enough. And then last year, I got my phone out and videoed it, because obviously they had it out in the tannoy and whatnot. And he said, you know, we had a dream, and he started doing the old Luther Avenue. And I sit there and just think about it. You ain't really answered anything. You know, you've just come out here and made excuses. We've been better. We could be better with this and all of that. You said second ain't good enough last year. The year before that, you bottled it and then threatened to quit, like, and then carried on. Like, what we doing here? So you threatened to quit once you bottled the title. Then you say second ain't good enough after you finish second twice. Then you finish second for a third time on the trot, and you make excuses for it. And you expect us to be confident in you going forward. Gianni, come on, man. Go on, wrap it in, yeah.
I just want to say, you know, like, I'm so glad you brought up, like, that point, because rather I remember like when he had said that after the 22-23 season that he had
the quitting thing.
Correct. He had spent almost all summer introspecting, wondering whether or not he had the spine and the sack to get over the line. And simply just by default that you have those psychological doubts in your head, that should have been a warning flag to the ownership right then and there. Should have been sacked after that season.
And if he actually meant that, Doc, when he said that, he wouldn't be here now, because he's failed since.
You're right. Well, I mean, like, that is like the irony of it all. Simply, I mean, again, like, I can only go based off of face value, off of what they say, right? You know, like, you know, like, and he had said that verbatim. I mean, he was truly questioning himself, like, you know, I mean, because mind you, as we all know, we were top of the league for 93% of the season. He, you know, like, just like anyone would naturally do, they would have to introspect, and they would have to psychologically analyze why they were still not able to win anything after being in such a position for so long. You know, like, that would be damaging for anyone. So I totally believe it, Jambo. I really do.
Yeah. I was just going to come to Gianni and sort of ask you about your sort of thoughts on that as well. You know, obviously, you know, Mikel Arteta, you know, it's still or die now, isn't it? Can you see this? Can you see this club keeping him if you don't win anything? The Cronkies, because we will have to start turning our attention to the Cronkies. If they keep Arteta and we don't win anything, we can't just plough it all on the manager now. We got to go hard again on the Cronkies. So I'll give them a buy a little bit in the Cronkies, just in the fact that, well, granted, they're not perfect, they're not great, but they have at least financially backed the manager. They have at least done that. Like, no one can really argue that over the last 5 years. I mean, it is inarguable. £1 billion speaks for itself, doesn't it? But if you're also crazy enough to give the guy a new contract in that time, if you're also, crazy enough, hopefully, to not renegotiate a new one, especially now, what can you see for Arsenal Football Club in sort of that regard? It's do or die for Mikel Arteta, innit? And this Carabao Cup, he's got to get something in. He's just got to get something in. Look, it's the fourth one we all want, granted, but I still want it. There's some absolute legends on the panel like Jez and Lawrence here that have seen Carabao Cups, Carling Cups, Littlewoods Cups, Coca-Cola Cups. I haven't. I was only 4 years old when we last won it. I was 93. I was born in 89. So I didn't even know what Arsenal was. I want to see us lift it. It's a competition with my own eyes. I haven't seen us lift. It's about bloody time, and we've got a lot of opportunities. We've had a lot of opportunities over the years to win this cup. We've got a big one to win it this year. We can't fuck this up, can we, G?
No. Well, I want to separate the ownership first, because here's the thing. The owner, as I've banged on the drum with this, the Cronkies have won every single major honor there is to win when it comes to all their other sporting teams that they own. So I don't for 1 second think that they're going to be hindering themselves by signing him midway through the season. I think that's also part of the reason why we've seen the amount of board members leave, because Berta's taking control of the entire situation now, which is why I don't think we're going to see Arteta get a contract till the new season. That's the start. Carabao Cup is a must. It's a must because it's always, again, as I've said this time and time again, Chelsea used that trophy to propel them to go on and win major honors to start the winning mentality, and so did Pep with Manchester City. So I don't see why it should change with us. I think we have to win that trophy in order to show the winning mentality that we will push through and go on and win. As far as City going to get Semenyo and Mark Gahey, I mean, listen, I don't want to sound a little biased or whatnot, but we're talking about two players that are playing on teams in the bottom half of the league. They're not the same tier teams that Arsenal are or Manchester City are. So it's a bigger indictment if Manchester City goes on to win with Mark Gahey as their new main center back. It's an indictment on us that we don't have the mentality to go on and win, rather than City taking the initiative to go and win with these new additions. Semenyo and Gahey have never been in the position of being in a title race for a big club. Those pressures are going to get to those players. Now, if they run with it and it doesn't affect them, then big up to them for doing that because they showed their balls. But again, that shows more on Arsenal not having the balls to take the initiative and go on and win the league. Like I said, if we provide the service to Gyökeres like we finally did at Chelsea, we walk the league. I'm sorry, we walk the league. That's what we've got a goal scorer in for, because everybody swore up and down coming into this offseason, if we get a
missing link.
If we get a bagsman, there's nobody stopping us. Well, let's actually do that, because the defense has shown that it can get through 3 seasons. It's just the offense has been the problem. So for me, I think this is all in our hands. If we go on and we lose to City in the Carabao Cup final, then maybe that shows that we're still not there. And again, that's on the manager at this point. At the end of the day, for me, the Cronkies, they've spent $1 billion. And for me, this is now on the manager to go out and win. I don't think he should be getting any more money simply because of the fact that $1 billion has been spent. There's no reason for anything else to come out. We have the depth. We have the depth to go out to win. If the manager could get his head out of his ass when it comes to squad rotation, maybe we wouldn't have all these injury problems. Maybe if you weren't running the players into the ground in training, we wouldn't have to worry about all this. I mean,
that's what Jez was touching on earlier. Exactly right. Why have we got this big, massive squad and getting still so many injuries? Because of the manager.
Let's just look at the different class of managers with Arteta. Pep Guardiola, Carlo Ancelotti are the 2 best managers that are in football at this current point in time. What do both of those managers have in common? they take recovery and squad rotation more important than the day-to-day training that Arteta seems to make more important than actual recovery for the players. Hence the reason why injuries has been an excuse for majority of the fan base for us not winning the last 3 years. Sorry, with this amount of money spent in this offseason, with this size of a squad, with the quality of players that we have in the squad now, on top of all the starting 11 that we have, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. We need to go out, take the initiative, go on and win the league, and win the Carabao Cup as well. At minimal, after $1 billion spent in 5 years and no trophies, a double has to be on the cards. A double has to be on the cards. But it needs to be definitely the Premier League. If he doesn't win the Carabao Cup, but he pulled out a double where he won the FA Cup and the Premier League, then as much as we may not like the manager, he's owed a contract extension for that. Now, I wouldn't give him 5 years to where he owns the club for a decade. I'm not doing that. Maybe another 2-year extension just to see. But he has to win a double with this much money spent, plain and simple.
Well, so you'd keep him if he won a domestic cup double?
Domestic cup double, no. He has to win a double with the Premier League.
I was just making sure that I'd got it right. What you were saying, yeah.
No. If he wins a domestic cup double, he's got to go. He's got to go. I'm sorry, you got to go.
Yeah. I agree. Just wanted to make sure. Go on. Jump in. We go Lawrence, and then we go Jezza.
Yeah, just quickly. Someone in the chat wrote the irony if Arsenal win the Carabao Cup and then we pip City to the league and win both of them, blah blah. That can also go the other way. If we get to the final, that is, and we play Man City and they beat us, that's going to have an impact on the league because we're going to then be shitting ourselves like we normally do and start dropping points, and City will catch up with us. In terms of the Semenyo and Gahey thing, what you said, I agree with what you said, but they've got Pep Guardiola in their ear roll, who's a proven winner and he knows how to get over the line. Whereas if they're at Arsenal, they've got Arteta who don't know how to get over the line, so then they probably would fail. So having Guardiola as their mentor, I think will help them, and they will succeed in that team. That's the only difference I can see. He's a winner, and Arteta isn't. But sorry, cutting.
No. You go. Well, apparently, we're hearing that Arteta's the man, Lawrence. Arteta is the man. And any talk of firing Arteta is fucking ridiculous.
Lol.
Talk to me.
He's not even the man for the job, mate. Let alone say
of course, and people have your.
Is he not? No, he's not. Vic, you fucking halfwit.
Let Lawrence go.
All right, go ahead, Lawrence.
Right, I had this argument with some dickhead on Rich 99's online stream the other night. He was coming out with this type of shit. Yeah, but I was just going to correct Gianni. He doesn't really need to correct him, but Tim Burton left the club ages ago. It's down to Josh Kroenke and Richard Garlick whether they offer Arteta a contract now. Personally, no. If the League Cup is no good to us, it's a Mickey Mouse Cup in my opinion. I mean, I saw us beat Liverpool in the final in '87, but I also saw us lose to Luton the following year. We beat Sheffield Wednesday as well a few years after that. But he's got to come back at the end of this season with a Premier League title at the least. If he wins the Champions League, I'll hold my hand up and say, yes, I was wrong about him. He deserves a contract extension. But if he just comes back with a League Cup and nothing else, then he's got to go. I don't care. People are saying if he does win a cup, give him a 1-year extension. Bollocks to that. No. He's had 6 years in charge of this club. One trophy in 6 years hasn't cut the mustard. Doesn't matter if you're Mikel Arteta, Thomas Frank, or whoever else. We are a big club. We should be challenging for league titles and Champions Leagues every season, not bloody Carabao Cups and FA Cups.
Yeah. Mate, so I know you wanted to say something, and then I want to get Jezza in next.
Yeah, of course, Aaron, because this Vic guy has the audacity to say Arteta is the man. Like, Arteta's been here for 6 years and he hasn't won one trophy except for that FA Cup with Unai Emery's team. So for Vic to sit there and say Arteta is the man, anyone who's like on his case is fucking ridiculous. Go suck your mum, Vic. Like look. Now you're saying, I mean, you can't be serious because we have our own standards, because we want this football club to be successful. While you
can't be a wind up.
And now he's saying, is he not? Now because you and Igal continue to do whatever it takes to just say your views about the manager and say, oh Arteta, can I shape your shoes and all that stuff? Like Arteta, he better win something this season because he's been here for 6 years. And he has to go and get a trophy because the fact is we are in a good we're still where we are in the league, but the problem is this manager, he's still got the arrogance inside of him, and if his arrogance comes out, this could be then that could lead us to our downfall, because the problem is Arteta can take us through, but the arrogance in his head, it always comes out because this is who this manager is. He always has this arrogance in him because he just wants to be Pep. He's not going to be Pep because Pep has the mentality of winning something, because this is who Pep is, because Pep knows how to win something. And Pep is not going to sit there and let a rookie beat him to a trophy, because Pep is a winner, because Pep knows what it takes to win a Premier League. He's done that 4 times in his career. And if he wins that Premier League again, then this goes to show you that Pep will always be better than Arteta, because Arteta still hasn't learned anything from Pep. Because look at Maresca. Even though no Chelsea fan didn't rate him, look where he took them, to the Conference League final and to a trophy. Vincent Kompany, another rookie, took Bayern Munich to the Bundesliga title. Those rookie managers have accomplished something, but this manager hasn't accomplished one thing apart from one FA Cup that Emery's team helped him win. He never built that team. Emery's team got him to that final, and ever since then he's built his own team, and he still can't even get us to one trophy. So this year he better win something, and if he doesn't win something, just sack him immediately, because we have had enough of this shit. We need to start acting like a big club, because look at the other London clubs that have won a trophy before us. West Ham, Tottenham, Chelsea, Crystal Palace. Those are those London clubs.
Man United.
Man United as well.
And they're shit, apparently.
Yeah, look at them.
Worst Man United I've ever seen in my life.
This manager has taken over this club. So, for me, we have to win something. The League Cup, I would win that definitely. But the thing is, Man City are right under our tails. And if we played the same way we played Chelsea in the second half, first half we were dominating a bit, but second half we started to lose our minds when Arteta took Declan Rice off. So if we do the same thing against Man City in the final, then I'm sorry, City will use that to their advantage, and they could easily go for it and beat us on our own game. So we need this manager better not fuck around with his ideas of the arrogance that he has inside of him.
Yeah, but you're negative. You're fake fans.
Just quickly before we come to Jez, you did mention a gal, so.
Ow! Jamal! Ow!
Jamal, motherfucker!
Jez,
disrespectful to Michael Jackson, man. Come on now.
I know. We can't help ourselves over here. You know what I mean? Jez, apparently we're clowns, Jez. Apparently we're absolute clowns for even suggesting that we sack Arteta. Just listen, I don't want you to talk about anything else other than how we're first in every competition, Jez, and currently. I don't want to hear doom and gloom, Jez. I just want to hear you talk about how we're first in every competition, because you haven't earned the right, apparently, and you're a clown.
Well, there's also another comment there that some guy came in, are we all gay? No, I'm not, but my boyfriend is. Just to say that to you. At the end of the day, I was on a stream last night. I wasn't on the stream. I was just in the chat. Right. And this fella was going on about It's not about. It's not about.
It's caught me a little bit. That you get. Oh, you bastard!
I do come out of them.
Yeah, it just caught me up. Caught me on that.
But no, you put me off now. Yeah, no,
I'm missing it. I can't hear Jez.
I've got Aaron.
Oh, dear.
Aaron,
You
why
got
don't
a
you
lot,
send
man.
Aaron,
Oh, I
Aaron,
needed that on a Friday.
I just wasn't expecting it.
Another mutant in the
me.
chat, Aaron. Another mutant in the chat.
Aaron,
Oh,
Aaron,
so silly, man.
Aaron, why don't you invite the King
I was in the
onto the
chat.
stream?
They
Aaron,
never come
Why
on.
don't, Aaron, why
Just,
don't you-
quick, Lawrence,
why
and then we
don't
get
you
Jez.
invite- Aaron, why don't you invite the Spit thing? Yeah, but I was just going to say, invite the Spit still onto the link. I bet he doesn't have the balls to come online.
I'll put it there for him. Yeah, then. But go on, Jez. I've gone. The link's in the chat, Vic. If you want to put your face to the the screen and have a little chat, Jez. What was you saying?
But you know that guy. He won't tell it. But I was in the chat on a stream last night, and there's this fella kept coming in, and he was calling me saying, "You all you want to do is win." And I said, "Well, that's the aim of the game, isn't it?"
Wait, what?
And he said, "No, it's all part of the journey." I said, "All right." I said, "Okay, fair enough. So it's all part of the journey. So you're just happy never to win anything, then, are you?" And he was like, "Well, it's not about that." And this is the thing, right? Our heterosexuals deflect everything. Yeah, and there's guys in your chat tonight who it's pointless, guys, trying to even talk to them because they're children. Right? They have nothing that they can actually debate about. They have no cognitive ability to actually have a chat because all they will do is deflect everything that is put to them. It's pointless. I give up with them. I don't even bother. This fella last night, Mareskio or something, what his fucking name was, and I said to him, "So why do you bother going to the game then?" He makes out he goes to every home and away game. I said, "Good for you. Well done. Fantastic. Brilliant. Love it. I used to do that for 40 fucking years." And I said, "Yeah, good luck. Well done." But the fact you're spending your hard-earned money going to the Emirates, home and away to Newcastle, Sunderland, Manchester, Liverpool, you don't want to win. Oh, it's about the journey. What, the journey on a fucking train? Right? You don't need to go to a football match to go on a journey on a train. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But this is why these people are so pathetic and can be shut down every single time. Because this guy last night, I was giving him fact after fact after fact, and he just deflects. And these people in your chat will just deflect it. Oh, it doesn't matter.
They'll come out with little quirky one sentences, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Totally, utterly irrelevant. Because I said to this guy, "Well, how long have you been watching Arsenal then?" And he said, "Since 2004. I thought, well, that sums it up, doesn't it? Yeah. Right. I've got my hater back, Pete Hayward, who's now called West Ham Omar. Weird. A bit weird, that one. And I said to him, "Why are you calling yourself that now?" And it for a day he was sending me on my comments section. And I was like, "Mate, you're boring. You come out with the same shit, and I'm like, why do you waste your time sitting all day sending me inane comment?" The fact is, these people have no knowledge of Arsenal. They have no knowledge of football, right? They're in love with Arteta. God knows why. As I said to this fella last night, look, let's put it right. He wasn't great as an Arsenal player. Wenger bought him last deadline day panic, right? Yes, he won an FA Cup. Yes, he was part of the great squad. But what else did he achieve? Nothing. And yeah, G.S. Smith, what am I waffling about? I know a lot more about this club than you, fella. At the end of the day, Arteta, right, is a failure. He ain't won fuck all, right? I doubt he'll win fuck all again. I think we will get to the League Cup final. Yeah? But will he get the big one? No. If he wins the League Cup, it's not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough. He's got to go. Right? If he wins the League Cup and FA Cup, which I love the FA Cup, you all boys know that, not enough. You've got to go. You've got to go. It's got to be the big one. It's either Premier League or Champions League. Right? G.S. Smith, fuck off. You're a knob.
Cheers, let me fall out. I couldn't hear you, bro.
On one. Jez is on one. Oh, you're plucking at my the old funny bone today, Jez. You get me going, man.
Maybe I'll send the boyfriend round and have a little chat.
I've got a lot to say in the chat, but none of them ever come on the stream, do they? Never come on the stream. Never come on the stream and explain what they mean.
Aaron.
They're all bullshitters. They're all little boys. They're all little cowards, right? They'll never stand up, right, toe to toe, right? They sit there. Who's that fucking?
Yeah, who's that? I don't know whether it's you there, Lawrence Bud, or is it you, Jam Boy? It's one of the two.
I had YouTube open. Sorry.
All these little kids.
Yeah, there you go.
They'll sit there, give it all the large, right? But it comes down to it. If it comes down to man, toe to toe, they'll never show up. Mm-hmm. They'll never show their ugly little mug, right? Because at the end of the day, they're little kids who just sit there giving it all the love.
He's a legend, though. He's a legend. Do you know, just quickly, this gives me an opportunity, just quickly, before we come back into this from Top Line. This belter from Top Line. It gives me an effort to shamelessly plug something that me and the doc here will be working on a little bit more. We actually have been. We spoke about this a year ago, by the way, and you know, for loads of other reasons we don't have to get into. I didn't get round to doing it. However, before we come back to Top Line's absolute nonsense, this is only briefly in the works, by the way. And this is something that the doc's created very quickly, but this is what me and the doc will be bringing you. It will be, of course, the Aaron Talks Arsenal presents the Arteta Sexual Awards. Now, what this will basically
that's awesome.
Is basically I will be going all out. I will be wearing a suit, you know, I will be going all out, and I will be presenting awards to all of these content creators, all of these idiots, all of these absolute bellends that have been talking shit every single year. It's going to be an annual thing at the end of the season. Probably not quite a lot. 29th of May. We'll give it a week. We'll let them all say all their bits and all that. But we will be presenting trophies and awards and calling out for everyone throughout the year. So if anyone's in the chat, anyone on the panel, if you've got some of your favorite ones, favorite nonsense, favorite crap, I'm going to be putting I'm going to be changing my email address that's associated with it. So send me your clips in, send me everything like that you feel will be a competitor to that, and we will be making categories. Me and the doc will be making categories, and we're also going to be getting on guest speakers. 1 second, guys. We're all going to be getting on guest speakers, different YouTubers. Probably some, if not all, or whatever faces that are on there tonight. We'll all be hosting one little category. We'll be coming on and we'll be reading out the winners. We're going to have three in each categories, and we're going to let the chat in a poll vote who gets the awards. We'll be handing out trophies. For the last time, the Arteta Sexual Awards, the annual Arteta Sexual Awards, will be coming at the end of every season. So make sure you're all there for it.
You know who's going to win most of them? Igal and Plastic Dan. They're going to take most of them around.
Great composure, lad.
No, the guy, what's that show? The Club? Is that what it's called? The guy on there said that if Arteta wins the Premier League, he's top 5 greatest Premier League managers of all time.
Oh,
that guy's giving the gal a run for his money.
Jez, what was it that you were saying just quickly, Jez? What did you were asking?
No, I was just saying, is it a black tie do? You know.
Yeah. It's about as fancy as they come, mate. To be fair, do you know what I mean? If your name's not down, do you know what I mean? It's you're not someone. Do you know what I mean? That's it. Everyone who's anyone's gonna be there. You know.
Might as well just present that award to AFTV because AFTV's got full of Don Robbie's talking about Arteta this and that. You might as well just give the award to AFTV as well. They've got Ty as well.
Well, hang on. Let's not mistake, folks. There are going to be many contenders, right? And it's also important to recognize, that because there are going to be so many categories and so many contenders, not every shit take is going to find its way onto the stage for a nomination. So at the end of the day, like there are going to be, rather we are talking about. Rather, let's say, for example, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel, right? And you find all that gunk that has been sitting there for decades. We are talking about the subterraneous level of that gunk, ladies and gentlemen. We were talking about the inverse of the cream of the crop, and there will be an excoriation of sorts that evening. So certainly stay tuned because it is going to be
I'll tell you one thing.
Evening, folks.
There ain't enough.
You guys are going to run out of tuxedos.
Golden Globes, Emmys, Oscars.
They're going to run out of tuxedos. Men's Warehouse will be out of business.
There ain't enough bronze to make enough of them statues in the world. There's not enough bronze. Seriously, you run out. They've run out of bronze.
All right, guys.
That's not bronze. That is my friend's pyrite.
Jezza, I do appreciate you jumping on and giving us a couple of minutes and having you say, mate. It's always a pleasure to have you on, bud. Rocking the absolutely legendary shirt that you are. Thank you very much, man. I hope everything's good, Jez. What you got coming up, bud?
Nothing tomorrow, mate. Because I've got a busy day, and then we've got the game. Sunday, I'm not sure. Whatever. And then Monday, I'll be on Lee's, and then Tuesday, it's the weekly old school show. So,
lovely.
Yeah, always like to get different people on that. So I'll be calling around, getting different people on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Well, it'd be nice to jump on as well, Jez.
Yeah, rocking around, mate.
Invite myself.
Come, join us on Tuesday, mate. You're more than welcome.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, with the panel you got, I will be lowering the IQ, but I'll try and hold my own.
Bollocks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, you and Kenny on the panel, and DJ B and all of that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, most people will be lowering the IQ on that panel. Do you know what I mean? Let's get that absolutely right. But now, yeah, we'll make something happen, Jezza. But thank you very much for jumping on, my friend.
Have a good weekend, man.
I always like to get different people on that show. You know what I mean? It's because you've basically got the 3 old fuckers like me, DJ, Kenny. We need some younger blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, young buck.
Yeah, that's what we need. So all you boys here, I will be contacting you at some point. If you can make it, you can make it. If you can't, you can't. I respect you. Lawrence has been on as an older head, and as always, Aaron, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to be on with you lot. And, always love chatting to you guys. It's brilliant. Love it.
Big up, man.
Pleasure, man.
Big up, Jezza.
Now I've got to go and see my gay boyfriend. You know what I mean? The wife's not happy about it, but hey,
that's that. Yeah.
Jez, quadruple charge is on. The quadruple charge is on. Don't forget, Jez, we're winning the quad. Everyone's scared now. The rival fans are scared.
Yeah, of course.
Jez, I wear my best evening frock for you at night.
Yeah, it is. What it is, boys.
Steve's going to be walking funny in the morning. Take it easy, mate.
See you later, boys.
See you later, mate.
Take care, man.
Oh, no,
Jez's boyfriend's gonna look like a plaster
He's
of radio in a minute.
coming out of him, Jezza, today.
Oh,
He's plucked my little funny bone there today, old Jezza. Big up to him. Just quickly, JCG's jumped in here. Big up to JCG. Big up to Aaron, Dr. Seymour, Rashid, and of course, everyone in there. Plus, of course, Mikel Marino's biggest fan, Gianni. Come on, man. Big
classic.
Yeah. He's a wind-up, our JCG, but we love our JCG. Don't we, man? And big up to Pierre. Sorry, De Jong. Yeah, big up to you, brother. You did
Big
put
up the
commenting, but
Dutchman.
we love a bit of that. Yeah, top goons like the Carabao Cup. They're all false wankers, mate. All of them. They're all this.
Yeah.
This is courtesy of Doc.
That's class. That is class.
It is class. That was that guy. That wasn't nothing to do with me. He sent it over to me. Yeah. It done me when he sent it over to me originally. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. We love a bit of that. Do you know what I mean? It's all shit.
What do you think of this? You might as well just put the North London Forever and say cringe song, because every single game at the Emirates, after the game, they sing North London Forever. And I find it so boring. Just, do you sing it, Aaron, by any chance?
What's that? No, I mean, absolutely not. No, absolutely not, man. Yeah, I just stand there with my arms folded, wait for the thing to finish, wait for the whistle to blow, and then I'll start clapping and shouting for my football team, mate.
These sweet sorrow and all this crap. I'm just like, where'd you get these songs from? Like, I think he must have made it, and I think the fans love it because it provides entertainment and.
I appreciate and can understand the ideas around it. And obviously, when you look around the stadium, when you're there, the vast majority of people do sing it. But I just think it's a load of bollocks. Mm-hmm. But it's not authentic. Then I struggle to buy into something when I know it's not organic. Do you know what I mean? It's constructed. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know. I just ain't warm to it. It's just as simple as that. It's not for me. It's not for me. Yeah. It's not for me. It's just classic Arteta, innit? Do you know what I mean? Just quickly as well. Big up to Hendo. I see you writing something in there because I actually first met Hendo at Dan Potts' thing at the Hippodrome in London. That'd be bloody hilarious, man. Yeah, hosting it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It'd be a red carpet event, people. I mean, that's it. Anyone's going to be there. Do you know what I mean? It's Johnny and you'll all be flying over from America. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's one not to miss, people.
Another contender, another contender for the song would be "We Got Super Mick Arteta."
Oh, mate. Yeah. He knows exactly what we need.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
We need a new manager.
Yeah. He knows exactly what we need. Sack. That's what we need the most. Leave. That is absolutely what we need the most. Well,
Aaron, the song should be Samina Mina Waka Waka A 1.3 billion down the drain. Arteta wins fuck all again.
Yeah, mate. Oh, do you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the Kai Havertz song. Kai Havertz. You donkey. You fucking donkey.
Okay.
I know, yeah. Well, he's back now, though. Our Lord and Saviour. He's back, Gianni, isn't he, mate?
He's going to win the league.
Jam boy. That's it. We're going to win the league. It's done and dusted now. You know, go on, Lawrence. Go on, John.
When you hold these awards and we win fuck all, can I read my "I told you so" speech to all these wankers who think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread?
Yeah, well, I would like you to be jumping on there and hosting one of the categories. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I want you all suited up. Do you know what I mean? That's it. You know, and our winner is. Do you know what I mean? We'll put it in the private chat. Well, we won't have to show it in the private chat. I'll tell you who the winner will be, because obviously the poll. I think I have to know who's leading that. I don't know. I think that's how it works. But we're gonna let the chat decide. We're gonna show 3 clips. Three clips on each nomination, the top 3. We'll have a little nearly made it sort of category list as well for all the clips that were slightly missed off, because we want to laugh at all of them as well. Do you know what I mean? Especially that's it. Yeah, the honourable mentions. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, we want to get all of them in because you just got to laugh at these fucking idiots, isn't you? If you don't laugh, you'll fucking run face first into a fucking blender, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? It's, that's what they make me want to do. Do you know what I mean? Just start mashing my brains up. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, what can you do? But listen, boys, we've got a massive game. Let's talk about this next. We've got a big game. If we'd have beat Liverpool, I'd have not been content with the draw, but I'd have just gone, look, do you know what? Whatever. It's Nottingham Forest away. It's horrible. I know they're not doing crap, not doing too well. They're looking a bit crap at the minute, but do you know what? I'd have gone, whatever. We've done the business there. We've still got the lead. Whatever it is, what it is. But having that poor performance has made this an absolute must win now. And there's a little bit of pressure again on there, isn't there? Because, albeit as well, Manchester City actually haven't been that great against Manchester United, home or away. They've been throwing sort of stinkers in the last couple of seasons. So there is a little bit, to sort of suggest there's no give me for Manchester City. But if they do win away at Old Trafford, 12:30 tomorrow, that does put a little bit of pressure on us again. We've got. I always feel silly saying it's a must win because they're all a bloody must win. They are, but it's a must win, isn't it? Especially if Man City win, we cannot afford to start letting them drop points. And as well, I don't know who wants to come in once I finish saying this little bit. It's funny, isn't it? Yeah, and I said this on DJB's last night, right? Isn't it just funny? We sit there and you just think, there you go, look, Manchester City, they've dropped 3 points, 3 games in a row, drawing 3. Do you know what? If we drop points against Nottingham Forest, you're 2/3 of the way there. You're 2/3 of the way there, and Manchester City will not be drawing 3 games in a row again anytime this season. I can promise you that, Star. I can promise you that. I don't know who wants to come in on this, but what do you reckon about the Nottingham Forest tomorrow? Anyone confident?
Mm-hmm.
I predict
it should be a statement win.
I predict 2-0.
G, Quaja, and then who else wants to go? G, go on, bruv.
We should be beating Nottingham Forest 4-0. We should be beating Nottingham Forest 4-0. There's no excuse for it. There's no excuse for it. We should be smacking this team up 4-0. In fact, I'd rather see us be up 4-0 by halftime and then just sit back and defend and chill out the second half, because they're not going to come out and attack us like that. It's Nottingham Forest. I mean, let's be real here. For me, what we missed, what we should have did against Liverpool, which should have been a statement victory, needs to now be against Nottingham Forest. We can't go into this game. I don't care if it's on the road. We should not be going into this game and getting a 1-goal victory and struggling to get over the line like we have in these other games. That's not what we should be doing against Nottingham Forest. We should be going there and saying, listen, we don't care if Manchester City signs Semenyo or Mark Gahey or whoever the hell else they may sign. We should be going into this game and saying, listen, you guys are a shit team. You're at the bottom. Nice. you're having a shit season. You're a shit team. We should be going through and smacking the shit out of this team 4-0. If we go into this game and we only win a 2-1 or a 3-2 or a 1-0, we're still on fraud watch for the season, because we're not taking the initiative to show that we are the champions. Champions in this time of the season against the shit teams, smoke them. That's the way it needs to be against any of the teams that are down by the relegation zone.
Being absolute facts. Facts. Always the same hindrance holding us back. You need to take the handbrake off.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? That's the last little step. And I agreed so much with this comment, by the way. That's the next step Mikel Arteta and this football team need to take. But if you've got a manager frightened to do it, you're never going to take it. You know, that next step for us to, we've been second, we're getting to semi-finals, this, that, and all the other. The next step, if you're too afraid to take it, how are you ever going to fucking take it? You can only show you the door. You've got to open it and walk through it. Do you know what I mean? We're at that point. Like Elle's Kitchen, right at the end. Your door's on the handle. What you're going to do is you're going to open it, you're going to walk through it, or you're not going to. You're going to leave it shut. We are never going to take that next step unless we've got a manager that can take that handbrake off and is willing to risk losing a game in order to win it. That's why we had 14 fucking draws last season. That's why we had 14 draws last season. And make no mistake, yes, we've been good. We have been good this season. Probably to this point, the better team in the Premier League. And the league's sort of showing it. But the performances, trust me, in a parallel universe, or an alternate universe, rather, I should say, we are again having about 8 or 10 draws. Because, there's been many a game. The Everton game, that could easily have gone like that. The Manchester United game, easily like that. That Brighton game, they come back 2-2, very easily like that. The Wolves game, easy. You can start reeling them off. I've just reeled 5 off the top of my head there. Do you know what I'm saying? Manchester City game, you don't get that you don't get that last minute equaliser. These are games, only the fine margins, guys. The reason why we say or are a bit cautious about winning is because we know we can't consistently carry on doing that and getting these bastard 1-0 wins at Everton. We can't do that over 38 games. You can do that in patches, of course you can. You can do it sporadically, of course you can. But that is not, and never has done, going to win you a 38-game Premier League title. It never has done. He's got to take that handbrake off. There has to be a stage of this season where we just go, do you know what? Fuck it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. The defence should be looking after itself, for crying out loud. I can't think who was sort of saying it. The defence has looked after itself for the last 3 years. Let the attack go and do its bit. But he's petrified. He's petrified. Jambo, I know you want to jump in there.
Yeah, I've got to shoot. But I just wanted to say one thing, right?
Go on, bud.
I think. Thanks for having me on, by the way. I just want to say, I think that how we play against Forest will depend on the City result. I think if Man City win, he will have no choice to go out and try and win that game in terms of attacking and ruthless football and have to win the game. If Man City drop points, that's what worries me. Because if we go through the rest of this season and equal Man City's results, we'll win the league. If they lose and we lose, and they draw, we draw, we'll win the league. I think Man City, Mikel Arteta's got this problem with a fear of losing. So if Man City were to lose tomorrow or draw, I think Arteta will play to not lose because of the fear of losing and them catching up by a point if they draw and we lose. I think that's what the problem is. If Man City win, I think I'd rather Man City win. I know it sounds crazy. If Man City win, I think that we will go out and have to play to win, because otherwise they're going to catch us. They're going to catch us on points. They're going to gain points on us. That's how I think his thinking works. But we'll see. I think we'll win. But again, you just never know with this manager. I'm never confident. Never confident Arsenal win. Never. But I was with the Invincibles. Every week I thought we was going to win.
But do you know why? Because that team won it in 2002. They won an FA Cup in 2003.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We've done it.
Yeah, some of them players are obviously still there from the 98 squad, but you had the manager there, obviously, from the 98
but we've
team.
proven over the last few years that we've had 8-point leads and blown it.
Yeah.
We've been in semi-finals and blown them all. I mean, we scored more goals in that semi-final against Chelsea than we have done in the previous 8 games in four semi-finals with 2. I mean, that's an improvement.
Mm-hmm.
It's an improvement. 3 goals in 1 game to 2 goals in the previous 8 semi-final games. I mean, but to say the job ain't done yet. Chelsea are going to have a lot more players back. And on United, they've got Brian and Mbeumo and Amad Diallo back as well, which is a good thing for United, because I think they're 2 of their best players. And Amad Diallo, I personally think right now he's better than Saka on form. I think he's a better player than him at the moment. Amad Diallo. I think he's more influential in games. I think he's doing more. He's more involved in games, and he's creating more.
Saka ain't doing much, is he?
Saka's not doing anything.
It hurts their feelings when we say that, though, doesn't it? It hurts people's feelings.
Overall, I think Saka's a better player than him. But right now, I think Amad Diallo is performing better than Saka right now.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Saka needs to pull his finger out, doesn't he? But
he
listen,
does. I'd be starting Madueke over him at the moment. I'd be saying.
Is that what you'd start on the right wing? Would you against Nottingham Forest?
I wouldn't want to.
I agree.
I would be, and I'd be playing Eze and not Odegaard, because Odegaard's another one. He's doing fuck all in games. He's just running around, prancing around the pitch, playing safe balls, and just looking like he's a good footballer. He's not doing anything.
He's Mbappe of Arsenal, though.
He's not. He's oh, mate, he ain't. He's a stat padder.
If
a stat padder.
Just to add on what John Boy was saying, right? If you start Madueke tomorrow against that low block that we know Sean Dyche is going to set up against us, if he can get 3 passes like he did in the game against Liverpool, where he put the ball in the box and there was nobody there, if he does that throughout the first 45 minutes with Gyökeres there, Gyökeres will have a hat trick.
Yep. Yeah, that's all. He just needs to go. I mean, on Wednesday night against Chelsea, Cucurella got booked. Saka never took him on once after that. Not once.
Yep.
Attack him. That'd be my first instruction to him. Right, keep running at him.
All the offense should have went through that side. All the offense should have went through that side to get him off.
But to be honest with you, Madueke should have been substituted on for Saka in that game. He should have. Why ain't Madueke coming?
I agree with you. I agree.
Saka's playing too much football.
Yeah.
That's why he's getting injured. Why he's had these hamstring injuries. He's just like he's immune to being benched. It's favouritism, and it's wrong. This is why we will struggle to win things, because this manager doesn't do the right things at the right time.
This is why Gyökeres will fail to score, because Saka does not want to pass the ball to him. Neither does Odegaard. That's why if you start Odegaard and Saka, they will not pass the ball to him. Look at what Ben White did. He put in a very good cross. Saka had the chance to put the ball in the box early. He took an extra touch, and Gyökeres was like this. And when he got that tap in, he pushed Saka. He was like, Saka, piss off. Don't ever come near me again. I don't want to ever see you. I don't ever see you. I'm going to Ben White. Thank him. Saka does not want to play for Gyökeres. He does not like him. That's the problem.
Like I said earlier, the Saka pass to Gyökeres was an easy pass. That was the easy ball. Just to roll it across the box and Gyökeres taps it in. When Ben White received the ball from Saka, he had Sanchez in between him and Gyökeres. And the ball wasn't great. He didn't have a lot of power on it. He sort of scuffed it a bit. It went across, and Sanchez let it go through his hands.
Yeah.
And
he bought the ticket, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? But he bought the ticket that went to the raffle. Do you know what I mean? That's it.
But it worked out in the end. But it's a good job for Saka that it did, because he would have been getting lynched. No disrespect to Lynch in the chat. I mean, you know what I mean? Lynches. But no, anyway, I've got to shoot, guys. It's been a pleasure being on with you all, Jez, and
come on, man.
Big up,
everyone else that was on. All right,
cheers. Jump on, bro.
tomorrow. See you later.
Have a good weekend.
Come on, you Gunners.
See you later, everyone. Take care. Big up the chat.
Take care.
So,
go on, Lawrence. What are you saying, brother?
yeah, I'm worried about tomorrow because we're playing a Sean Dyche team, and we know how well we do against his teams, right? I mean, that game is tomorrow morning in Manchester. You know, if City win, they're only 3 points behind us. Which
it's pressure, isn't it?
It's pressure. And on the other hand, if United win, they're going to be up for it when we play them next week. You know, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? But you know what this manager's going to do. You know, he's going to play all his favourites. I expect he's going to put Havertz in at the start. You know,
he better not. He better not start.
I mean, I hope not. But you just know he's got his favourites. You know, and any excuse to put his love child in there ahead of anyone else, you know that's what's going to happen. And also, everyone seems to forget Aston Villa. They're up there as well. They've got Everton tomorrow. You know,
that's a tricky game. Yeah.
So, you know, you just never know. And you know, I'm trying to be positive. You know, if we do get a result up at Forest, I'll be over the moon. But with this manager in charge, I've got no faith in him at all whatsoever. In fact, I'm going to use an old saying. In Arteta, we rust.
Yeah, and Arsenal. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Do you know what? I'll come back to that, Hendo, in a second with the Saka thing. I actually make you right with that, Lawrence. It's a frustrating thing what we're going through, and having to feel the way we feel about that. But winning against Nottingham Forest, I think will be a big thing for us. And I agree also with Gianni, who say we should be going there and pulverising them. I get that, but we definitely need to go there and win. There's pressure on this game because there's them little outlets of opportunities, ain't it? You know, all of a sudden we drop points, and now we're going on a run. You know what I mean? Of dropping points, we have to avoid that at all costs. We've seen what it's done to us in the times gone by. When I'm thinking of that, I'm thinking of West Ham 2-0 at home and then losing to Fulham. I'm thinking about West Ham again, obviously 2-0 up, the draw in the game. Liverpool 2-0 up, draw in the game. Then I'm thinking about the Bournemouth. Southampton. Sorry. Yeah, no, I mean it's them little horrible little nasty clusters that you look back on, and then you think, there you go. If let's just say, for in a hypothetical scenario, people, yeah, let's just say Arsenal do win the Premier League. Manchester City might look back at the Brighton, the last one being of them 3 draws and go, that's where they lost the league. Hypothetically speaking, that's where they may look back at it. I don't want us to look back at it and go, this is where we lost the league. You know what I mean? Drawing to obviously Liverpool, drawing to Nottingham Forest, and then so on and so forth. We have to make sure we get back to winning ways straight away. The bounce back ability has to be straight back there. There's no margin for errors here. We have to turn up tomorrow, regardless of the result. Yes, there will be a lot of pressure on the game. Of course there will be. There will always be. Manchester City might have given us an opportunity to extend it. Maybe they'd have put the pressure right on for us. But what we do need to do, absolutely well and truly, regardless of what anything happens there, is turn up tomorrow at that football club, turn up to Nottingham and put in a performance. Want it more than Nottingham Forest, because we've turned up there a lot of times and we ain't wanted it. We've turned up there and gone, oh yeah, well, that's Nottingham Forest, isn't it? All right, sweet. What time's the coach leaving? You know what I mean? What time's the coach leaving? No. You go out there, get soaked, get cold, get whatever. I don't care. Run your ass off for me and fucking bring me 3 points back home. Bring a W back to North London, boys. That's what I want. Extra effort, double effort, treble effort, every effort you've got. Go there and turn up, because you're better than Nottingham Forest. Yes, you are. But if they want it more than you, that's a fucking problem. That's a massive problem away. If any team in the Premier League want it than you, that's a problem. And I want us to go there with the right attitude. Gianni, I can see you having a little nod as well. We've got to be doing that. I know you think we should be steamrolling them. Do you genuinely think we'll steamroll them? I know you think we should be, but how can you see the game going? Do you reckon we'll just be getting over the line with this one?
I hope not. I mean, like I said, champions, teams that take a league serious, that are going on to win, smack up the shit teams. And it doesn't matter what league it is. Doesn't matter what league it is. We should be going there and beating them 4-0. Do I think we will? It'll depend on who the starting 11 is tomorrow. And what ends up happening with the team. Odegaard had then 2 good games back to back, and now he's gotten back to bullshit again. So, opinions on starting. I would have Saka sit, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, that's what was
my personal opinion. If we know that this team is going to be playing a low block and is going to be playing defense, the way we know Sean Dyche likes to do that, big up views every time.
Jump on if you've free views, obviously, if you want.
But if we know that Sean Dyche is going to be setting up a low block, I wouldn't even be starting Odegaard or Saka. First of all, I'd be giving him rest. I would throw Madueke and Eze on, to be quite honest with you. I would throw those 2 on, because I want to see, since we know Madueke doesn't have any end product, I don't want to see a selfish Madueke and just have him take his man out and just give passes for Gyökeres. And because Eze wants to be more direct anyways, he's not going to be sitting back. One of the biggest problems that we have with our offenses, and Lawrence has watched more ball than any of us combined. Lawrence, when did you ever see a team with a successful offense where the number 10 gets the ball just outside of his own box to start the play? Odegaard's playing too far back. It's too defensive. That's the problem. When Liam Brady was with Arsenal, he never got the ball just outside of the 18-yard box. He was further up the pitch so he could create space for everybody else. Same thing with every other guy who's played closer to the number 10 position for Arsenal. So again, it's that's why I want to see a more direct game. So, but if he goes and plays Havertz, not good enough. I don't want to see Havertz. In my personal opinion, Havertz should not be starting for this team. Havertz should not be on this fucking team, as far as I'm concerned.
He should be at the club, period.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It should be. We're stuck with him now, aren't we, Kai Havertz? So it's as simple as that. Mikel's just got some weird little thing about him.
Unless you sell him for a low amount of money to where you got to take a loss on him, because who the fuck's going to pay him the 285,000 a week he's getting?
Yeah, 280K a week.
Yeah.
The guy is living off of one goal that he scored for Chelsea in the Champions League final, and he's living off of 2 back-to-back seasons at Leverkusen when it was Peter.
That was like 5-6 years ago, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why are we paying him on 5-6 years ago? And guess what? He still didn't win shit with Leverkusen. So again, at the end of the day, listen.
Yeah.
My personal opinion: if we go on and we win the league this year, Odegaard, Havertz, and Gabriel Jesus should be the first 3 on the chopping block of getting rid of, so that we can reinvest into new guys into each of those positions and keep it moving, so that we can go and win more trophies next year. Bob's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Back to what you said, we should be smoking. We should be smoking them, but we'll see with the starting 11 tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what? Go on, Macy. Go on, Macy. Go on.
100%. I think we can be forced, but the problem is, like what Lauren said, Sean Dyche, Arteta has never ever beaten Sean Dyche. Like, the amount of times Arteta has faced Dyche, it's been like a nil. Because I remember when we played Burnley at the Emirates in the pandemic season, they beat us 1-0 courtesy of Aubameyang's own goal, and they were able to create a low block so that neither Aubameyang nor anyone else were able to get past their defense. The same way on how he did that against us when he took over as Everton manager. So Dyche is somebody that knows on how to implement his own way of how to deal with Arteta's attackers. So that's why I'm confident, and I'm a bit worried about tomorrow, because you don't know which side, which selection Dyche will start with, because he always has an idea of how to implement it. Because Forest, no disrespect to Forest, they're fighting to keep their Premier League season alive, and for us, we need to try and show that we're still in an opportunity of winning the Premier League. And I even found out on the news that Alexander Zinchenko, his loan move has been cut over, so he's no longer with Forest. Apparently, they're sending him back to Arsenal. So that was good on. Yeah, apparently they terminated Zinchenko's loan move from Forest. So now I think he's gone. I think he's coming back to Arsenal. So the thing is, like Forest, yeah, I think so. I just looked at the news. So I mean, Forest were wise to terminate Zinchenko's to terminate his loan move, because for me, Zinchenko, he's still the same guy that he was when he came to Arsenal, because he's not a left back. But all in all, we should be beating Forest, because we have to put a stamp on Man City. Because Man City, I know they're going to be up for it in the Manchester derby, and there's no way Pep is going to lose to Carrick. Because no disrespect to Michael Carrick, he is a legend of Man United, but Pep is not going to lose to some guy that is just is taking over his interim role for the first time. So Pep is going to go in there and give United the worst beating of their lives. And we have to show, and we have to go into the Forest game with lots of confidence. But am I confident we're going to beat Forest? A little bit, because I know what this manager is going to do. Because like what Gianni said, if Kai Havertz does start, then I'm sorry, there ain't no way we're going to win this game with Havertz up front. Because Havertz, it's just every time Arteta continues to persist with Kai Havertz in his squad, it's just he's doing it because he just thinks that Havertz is the key solution to us winning the Premier League. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. Kai Havertz is still the same guy that he once was when he first came in from Chelsea, because he's bringing all that Chelsea power to Arsenal, because this is what Arteta's been doing all this time. He's been buying every single Chelsea and taking them to our football club just to stink them out. But apart from that, the only person that I believe that came from Chelsea to Arsenal that made an impact is Noni Madueke, because for me, Madueke is the only one that wants to win something, that wants to get involved in the team, that wants to make an impact. So that's why I really want him to start tomorrow, because every time I see Saka on the pitch, I mean, what does this guy offer? He runs with the ball, and every time he pulls it across, it doesn't reach the main man. The defense has to head it away. So that's why Saka from now on should not be starting any single game apart from maybe the big games. But all in all I'm saying is that if Saka starts every single game, then what must Madueke be feeling? He must be thinking to himself, why did I even come to Arsenal? Arteta wanted me, so why is he not using me? So I think this is the time to start Madueke tomorrow, because I want to see more from Noni Madueke.
And also the fact that when he came on against Liverpool, sorry Kyle, but when he came on against Liverpool, he put on a cross and nobody was there. That's what Madueke can do. He can put the ball in the box.
Quaja, we might have internet problems, but do you know what, Quaja? While you could deal with the internet problems, we have got literally the man with the fire in his eyes there.
The legend.
We have got the volcano who is erupting with excellence.
Big up Kyle every time.
Kyle is erupting with excellence. Big up to the Kyle Walsh. Boom, 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 boom.
What is the story, gentlemen? You're all legends. Big up to the chat. Jumping on a little bit late, Aaron, but I got here and I'm here with a bang. Aaron, brother, we're talking about this Forest game tomorrow. I think we're going to struggle. I think tomorrow we could be found out tomorrow. I hope I'm wrong. But I don't think we're playing that great, though. I just honestly don't think we're playing all that great. That Chelsea game the other night, we should have been 4-5-1 up. We should be in the final by now.
Facts.
But we're going into that second game only 1-0 up. When you have a player like Garnacho scoring twice against you, you're in serious bother.
Yeah.
I honestly believe, and I know I'm sticking my neck on the line here, I still don't think we're going to win anything out of this major. You're looking at bringing on... Did you see him bringing on Havertz the other night? Why are you bringing Havertz back into this team?
Facts.
He's a donkey. And I hear fans telling me, or telling us, that he's the very same as Dennis Bergkamp. When I hear fans comparing Havertz to Dennis Bergkamp, it makes me actually physically sick. Obviously, these fans never saw Dennis Bergkamp play football.
Yeah.
Then I heard earlier someone talking about Saka, that he's not world class jam boy, I think it was. And I totally agree with him. He's not world class. He's a good player. Yeah. That's about it. I'm looking at Trossard and Martinelli out on the left. I still think that we need a left winger. I don't think two of them are good players at all. I never thought Martinelli was good. Never. The back line, few injuries, we could be in serious bother. I'm telling you here now, I'm saying it here tonight. I don't think we're winning anything out of this manager. And I honestly believe that we're going to fuck up tomorrow against Forest. I honestly believe that. I think this could be a rare banana skin.
Can I ask Kyle a question, if you don't mind? Can I ask you a question?
And here's the other thing. I've got another question to ask. How did my man, the fella that I can't pronounce, Gygeris or Gyger, I don't know how to fucking say his name, but you know the fella I'm talking about. Tell me this. How the fuck did he get player of the game the other night? Because he scored a goal and he passed the ball to Supermendi for his goal. and he got man the match. He was fucking brutal once again. A little tapping. Yes, he was in the right place at the right time for that goal. That's what every striker should be doing. But I want to see a hell of a lot more coming from this £65 million super striker like everyone made him out to be.
Yeah.
Odegaard.
Yeah.
Where was Odegaard again?
No shoulder guard.
You see, we have problems, gentlemen. And this Arteta is the number one common denominator. I do not have any faith at all in Arteta. No faith whatsoever. I'm saying it now, and I'm saying it again. We are winning nothing. We'd be lucky to get through to the final because Chelsea could do us over. But let's see what happens.
Big up the wee job, man. Big up becoming a new member. Absolute fridge freezer. Big up to you for that, my friend.
Kyle, can I ask you a question if you don't mind?
Yeah, go on. I was just going to bring you in, Quasha. Yeah.
Even if he wins the Premier League, would you still want him gone?
If he wins the Premier League, I'll give him another year.
But the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup is not enough for him to stay.
No, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this Carabao Cup. I believe, you see, Kawaja, what I'm after being told, I don't know how true this is, but I'm after being told that Arteta is being offered a massive, massive new contract. Win me a Premier League or a Champions League, and then let's have that discussion. But if he only wins a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup, out the door, straight away with immediate effect. Not good enough.
Agreed.
So this season, he has to win one of the big boys.
Yep.
But this fella's, don't forget, this fella's on over 15 million a year as it is. So when I hear about these big bumper deals, what? How much money are they going to throw at him? 25, 30 million a year? Should that make him the number one manager in world football, the richest manager in world football? I don't know. This club just basically awards for failure. That's what it is. Because Arteta has been a failure up to this point. And I'm sick of fans. I'm sick of fans telling me, "Oh, we're competing, and you're not happy that we're back competing." No, I want silverware, not to be competing. Silverware.
Do you know what it reminds me of, Kyle? Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you know, like when, like in some countries, and I think they even tried doing it in one of my young boys' old football clubs, where I think they're about 5 or 6 years old playing football, and they're like, "Oh no, we won't keep score." No, whoa, no, what? You will be fucking keeping score. That's what it's like. You just reward. I'll just go out there and let them have fun. That's what it's like. That just no competition. No, this is elite level sport.
Yeah.
I want to win something. That's the aim of the game.
Yeah.
I don't just transfer Arsenal 1,400 quid for my season ticket every season because I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll pay the money. I'll go watch a game of football. Granted, I'll go there to win. I support Arsenal Football Club. I don't support AFC Bournemouth. With the greatest respect to Bournemouth, I support Arsenal Football Club. With that man behind me there, Thierry Henry. We've had some of the best players on the planet. That man was at one stage the best player on the universe. We had him at Arsenal Football Club. That captain right there, Patrick Vieira, right next to me. We had captains like that. The shirts, the players that have donned the shirts that Jez has worn, and Lawrence is wearing now, and Kyle, the jerseys that you've got hanging up in the wardrobes, and we all have. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. It's not transmitting to me here. You know, it pains me, as some would say. It pains me to say when you see people getting all giddy and so happy, with an appreciation just to be a part of something. Granted, yeah, excellent. Yeah, granted, you're a part of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're not in the worst position, but that's not success. Just because you're not shit doesn't mean to say you're good.
Facts.
That's not success. Success is winning, and there's 4 trophies available if you're lucky enough to be in European competition. Domestically, there's 3 trophies. Let's sack Europe off for a minute. Domestically, there's 3 competitions to win every single year. I want all 3 of them every single year. I appreciate that all 3 of them every single year isn't achievable or easily achievable. And I don't expect it every year. I know we're not going to. I expect us to be in the bloody race. I especially expect us to be in the race when we've got a manager who's supposed to be now. He's basically a 27-year-old striker now, Mikel Arteta. He's in the prime of his life. He's got the squad that he's had to fucking maneuver to do all of this. For 4 or 5 years, he's spent the money, £1 billion on what he's wanted. This is his. He's in the prime of his life. This is where it all comes together, and he's not done it. And he's been in his prime, and he didn't win anything last year. We need to get something over the line. It's not all just about, oh, well, you know, it was a great against Real Madrid last year, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. But do you know what I did when I left the Real Madrid game? I was buzzing. I was somersaulting out there, Emirates. I fucking was. I'm telling you. And then I woke up in the morning, granted, massive double hangover, and I was buzzing. Cool, it was a Thursday. I was buzzing. I was like, yeah, that was wicked last night, wasn't it? Do you know what I did Friday? Who gives a fuck? Who we playing on Saturday? That's it. Gone out the head. Sure, I will reminisce and talk about that Real Madrid games, and I'm using that as an example to the point I'm making. Yeah, that's in the times gone past. That's cool. That's not success. That was just a good match.
Yeah.
That's not success. That was a good game. That's not success. That was a good victory. That's not a trophy. That was just beating a really good team. That was a great evening. Not a night that is going to be the linchpin of Arsenal's success. It's not. There's no one's going to engrave we beat Real Madrid on the fucking 30th of fucking whenever into any bit of silver. No one's doing that. No one's doing that. No one's lifting that up. No one's lifting that up. I want to see I want to see 11 lads out there and a manager lifting a bit of fucking silver. That's what I pay my money for. That's what I pay my money for.
Aaron, there's a YouTube channel there last night, and there's an Irish lad on it that I know, a Liverpool fan, and there was a United fan on with him. And I just wrote in the comment section, and I said, I want this fella out of here if he does not achieve the Premier League or Champions League this season. And the Man United supporter said, I don't understand these Arsenal fans. What we wouldn't do to swap with the position that you are in. You're having a great season. You should be happy with the great season you're having. So I just text back and I say, listen, it's not about the great season we're having. It's about winning fucking silverware at the end of it. So I said, better win the silverware or he's out the door, one or the other. Yeah. You see what I mean? It's just this. I just hate this. Oh, you're competing. We're Arsenal Football Club. We should be competing.
That's the bare minimum required to be Arsenal is competing.
Requirement. Go and win me silverware. End of story.
Like not here. I'm not even going to be dissing my club, but this is the thing, right? Not Napoli. When you compare them in Italy to the big three, they're a team that should be okay with just competing. Right now, because of what we've done with how our owner has been serious about us winning trophy, that's why our mentality has changed to now we need to be competing for silverware every fucking year. That's bare minimum for Arsenal. Yeah. You're the third biggest team in England. There shouldn't be this should not be a discussion anymore about competing. Like, sorry. Again, I've probably been supporting Arsenal the least amount of time compared to all you guys. I started supporting in 2006. Guess what? It doesn't matter that I started supporting in 2006. The reality is this team should be winning a fucking trophy every year. Not the fact that people even sit here and say, oh, at least we're competing. Who gives a shit if you're just competing? That's okay. That's okay if you're fucking Spurs. That's okay if you're fucking Crystal Palace. That's okay if you're one of them fucking teams. Not Arsenal. Not Arsenal. Yeah. Why is it that Arsenal is the only team that looks like this? You go talk to any of the big three in any of the big five leagues across Europe. Their fans all want them winning trophies every year. Why is this the only team? Yeah. Why is this the only team that finds it, oh, at least we're competing? Fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off. We should be winning a trophy every year. Bare minimum. Like when you were asking about the cup double, he could stay if he won a cup double this year, he could stay if the last 3 years we won a trophy every single fucking year. Because then he keeps up his record of winning trophies for the team. But $1 billion? Again, I said this your last call-in show. We're the only team that has spent $1 billion and still living on if, buts, and maybes and what ifs. That's not good enough no more. That's not fucking good enough no more. So
Bravo.
and when you say, oh, at least we're competing. Sorry, dude. If you're okay with just bare minimal like that for Arsenal, you're not a true fucking fan. You should be demanding victories and trophies every fucking year when you support one of these monster clubs, because otherwise you're just in it for the quote unquote bullshit vibes.
Fact.
Part of the problem. Part of the problem, innit? That's what it is.
Kyle, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but we've had some mutants in the chat earlier today. They were saying that Arteta is the man. Stop being negative. Stop calling him out. We're gonna win all this stuff. Aaron, you know that. I'm not sure if Kyle's aware of it. That there were mutants in the chat saying that Arteta is the man.
Yeah, but brother, the fan base. Like I get the fans over here as well. They get like I came off social media. I came off Facebook and Instagram, things like that, because the abuse that I was getting over here in Ireland for speaking out, for shouting, and I still shout, I still speak out that I want my club to succeed. I want what's best, and the amount of people that stops me on the street and like give me a total abuse for getting on about Arteta, that makes this Arteta out to be some kind of god. I've never seen anything like this towards any manager in world football ever.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. I don't know what it is. I see Arteta there the other day after the match being interviewed, and he looking all serious, and he coming across, you know, that he's after achieving everything. I grew up, George Graham. I grew up with George Graham. My first silverware was in 1987. The Little Woods Cup against Liverpool, Charlie Nichols. That was my first taste of glory. And I have grown up with this club over a 40-year span of winning. And now we have this fucking beautiful Spaniard that the world loves. And what have we done? One FA Cup in 6 years. And they're getting on to me, telling me that you should be happy because we're competing. I'm not happy till we win silverware.
Facts.
End the story. I have high standard for this club, and that would never change, no matter who's offers. And if you're failing, out. You're not good enough. Before I came up with my YouTube channel, years and years ago, and everybody can check this out. It's on YouTube. The name of the channel was Kyle Walsh. That was it. Just my name. And you'd see me years and years ago. I was a taxi driver. And you see me pulled in on the side of a street, talking into my phone, putting up videos about getting Arsene Wenger out of this club. You would see that. For fucking years before Wenger left, I was doing YouTube videos on Kyle Walsh channel about getting this clown out of my club because he was failing. Even though he was winning the odd FA Cup here and there. I still thought he was finished. He was gone. He was there too long. Get him out of the fucking club. I was shouting that about fucking Wenger. And then people are telling me that I shouldn't be shouting about Arteta. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Considering what Wenger's done, that's it. We're considering what Wenger's done, but he had his day, didn't he, Kyle?
He had his day, Aaron.
At the end of the day, the milk don't stay fresh, does it?
As you know, Aaron, and as Lawrence knows, and all the lads know, the fan base was split in the middle, coming up to the end of Wenger's era. That some fans want them to stay, other fans I always want the fans to want them to fuck off. 4, 5, 6 years before he actually went, I want them to go. I wanted them gone. I was sick looking at the same shit year in, year out. William Gallas, the so-called captain, and he's sitting on the fucking feed crying.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Kosh Elney. All these fucking Muppets, Mizu Wozen, all fucking failures. And it saddened me. I wanted them gone. A great manager for the first 10 years, the other 10 years, not so great. But the thing is, Aaron, I'm expected now to fucking get behind Arteta and make this Arteta to be the best Arsenal manager of all time and shit like this, because this is what you get on through the fan base. Arteta's the best manager of all time. I mean, told that Arteta's a better manager than George Graham. George Graham is the greatest Arsenal manager of all time. George Graham achieved more than what Arsene Wenger did. Arsene Wenger was in charge of Arsenal for 20-odd years. He won 3 league titles. Some people say, but he was up against the great Alex Ferguson. I don't fucking care who he's up against. He should have won more than 3 league titles.
Yeah.
He should have won a European fucking cup with the team that we had, with the squad that we had.
Facts.
Yes, people say we got robbed. We got robbed against Barcelona. And yes, to a certain degree, I agree with that. But if Thierry Henry had his fucking shooting boots on that night, we would have bet Barcelona 4-5 fucking 2. He missed 2 or 3 fucking open goals. No, so you have to call it out, Aaron. I don't give a fuck if you're Thierry Henry, Arsene Wenger, Cesc Fabregas. If you've done something, I don't fucking forget. And that night of the Champions League, Thierry Henry let me down. He never showed up. Never showed up.
Yeah, that I know what chance you're on about. That we had that opportunity to bury it, and he just basically passed it
to the goalkeeper.
Passed it to
Passed it back to the keeper. And then what was Wenger done? When Lehmann was sent off, what did Wenger do? Oh yes, very smart, very intelligent maneuver. He took Robert Perez off the field. At the time, Perez was the best fucking winger in world football, and he took him off the field. Get the fuck out of here. That was it for me then, Aaron. That was it for me. I had enough of it then. Fuck off. Then we go to the Emirates Stadium. We knocked down Highbury. We go to the Emirates Stadium to compete with the best of the best. And what the fuck have we achieved since we went to the Emirates Stadium? Sweet fuck all. And we've spent over £1 billion now on this squad with the best young manager in world football. Get me a fucking league title and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, mate, that's what it is. That's what win us the title. Do you know what? If he'd have won us a league title, Mikel Arteta, last season or the season before, I would have accepted. We're getting a bit of backfeed from someone's mic. I'm not sure who it is. But yeah, if we'd have won a Premier League title, say last year or the year before that, if we'd have won a domestic cup double this year, I'd have gone, do you know what? That probably is enough. But it's not enough because there's not sustained success, is there? It's not sustained success.
He'd have credit in the bank.
Yeah,
he won the league. There'd be credit in the bank.
The only reason yeah, go on, sorry, G. Go on.
It's just comparison with the rest of the teams. Again, I said this last week. We're the only team that spent $1 billion and still hoping for the first trophy. Again, when AC Milan touched $1 billion, they won 20 trophies. Inter Milan touched $1 billion, they won 14 trophies. Fuck, the amount of trophies that Inter bottled in that period, they should have had like 25 trophies. But either way, they still won. Look at Juventus. Juventus have gotten in trouble with all the financial stuff that they've done over the years. Guess what? They still won 9 league titles in a row. You still got to do it at the end of the day. As much as I hate Juventus and Milan, it's the truth. Look at how many trophies that Chelsea and City won. That's the standard if you're going to be spending $1 billion. Then it's double the standard when you take into consideration it's fucking Arsenal. It's a different story of Chelsea and Man City winning it because those two teams historically in England are not on the same level as Arsenal. So it's a different fucking level when you're Arsenal and you spent $1 billion. Right now, realistically, Mikel Arteta should be on trophy count number 4 or 5 coming into this season with the amount of money being spent. That's just what it is at the end of the day, whether anybody likes it or not. And that's why everybody is up in arms about this. Because again, when you spend $1 billion, you're talking about you should have a potential dynasty. I don't give a rat's ass about Pep Guardiola and all this other shit. We bottled 2 leagues to him. We should have 2 Premier League trophies just off of that.
Yeah. Mate, now this comment, John, and just quickly before I bring something up here, before I play this clip, because I don't know if Carl Walsh is listening to this or not. But this is goals. City in transition can end up winning more than us in phase 7. That's absolute madness, isn't it? Madness to absolutely think about that. Absolute craziness. Kyle, I don't know if you've heard this. Let me know if you can have a little listen.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
I don't understand. Okay, can I ask you one question?
Yeah, go for it.
What's Kai Havertz's position?
Kai Havertz. I think Kai Havertz, right? Kai Havertz is more of a false. I think he's a Dennis Bergkamp-esque player where he's better when he's got players coming off against him. That's my He's the new.
You just
Dennis
compared
Bergkamp,
Kai Havertz to Dennis Bergkamp.
Yeah, mate.
It's
yeah,
not the
he's in the
first time
same.
I've heard this, Louis. It's not the first time.
Mate, he's class. I love
Oh,
Havertz. He's so underrated.
Sorry, Seb. Unpack how he's like Dennis Bergkamp, please. Unpack
because
that.
He loves to drop in deep. He's silky on the ball. His first touch is beautiful. He feeds and gets other players into the game. So I think, obviously, with Bergkamp, he worked so well alongside Thierry Henry. I think getting Kai Havertz in there with Gyökeres so they can work off together, so Gyökeres doesn't have to drop deep. Kai Havertz can do that. I think playing them together would be absolutely fantastic. But
I regret asking this question.
I'm a big Kai Havertz fan. I think Kai Havertz is severely underrated in what he does on the ball.
What the hell was that? What on earth? That's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. No,
Aaron, when
go
I
on,
hear
Kyle.
you say that, man,
Carl,
it makes me feel
you're the
like
man
crying.
I wanted to go to. Yeah,
It makes me feel like crying. No, straight up. And this is not. I don't want to talk bullshit on the phone or on the YouTube or anything like that. But if whoever that chap is, because by looks of him, he looks like about fucking 10 years of age. But anyway, whatever he is, if I met him in a fucking dark alleyway and he suggested that to me, I stick his head in the fucking wall and tell him to cut himself on. A complete and utter fucking gobshite of the highest order. How would anyone sit on YouTube or any platform and speak and put Kai Havertz in the same sentence as Dennis Bergkamp? I have seen Dennis Bergkamp play live. Lucky enough, I have seen him, like I'm sure that you have. And I always wanted to see Bergkamp score a goal live at a match. And I saw him scoring a header against Liverpool in Highbury in an FA Cup game. We won 1-0, and he scored a header. I saw him at West Brom where he scored a wonder goal from outside the box into the top corner. I was lucky enough to be there. I was at the Dennis Bergkamp there. I've seen world class. I've seen football genius. And let me tell you all something, like you all know already. You don't need me to tell you. Kai fucking Havertz wouldn't be fit to polish Dennis Bergkamp's boots.
Facts.
What kind of fucking fan base have we got at all? What kind of fan base have we got to go on a big platform like that and talk utter shite? Say it as it is. Kai Havertz is not even the best football player at the club today.
he's not even the best player on the bench.
He's not even the best player on the bench.
He's not a
And
player.
his first touch is beautiful, he said. This man can't even hold up a fucking ball. I think Aaron, that just pissed me off. I'm sure Lawrence feels the very same. A man that grew up watching legends back in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. And that fella's trying to take the likes of Lawrence there, that fucking Kai Havertz is as good as Dennis Bergkamp. It's an absolute fucking insult.
He's not even as good as Gleb.
It's a crime. He should be locked up.
He's not even as good as Gleb. Let's be honest. Gleb is destroying Kai Havertz, let alone Liam Brady and fucking Dennis Bergkamp. He's not even better than Gleb.
I would rather have Eddie Nketiah before I'd have Kai Havertz. I'd rather have Nick. I tell you how bad it is. I'd rather have Nicholas Baitner before Kai Havertz. And that's more bad.
Hell yeah. I would have
Go on, Lawrence. One second.
I was going to say, last time I went was in England. Arsenal played Deportivo La Coruña in the UEFA Cup, and we smacked them 5-1.
I remember.
And Dennis Bergkamp scored a worldie from a free kick into the top corner, and I was privileged because I actually saw him play live, and I wish I'd seen him play a lot more times live. More, as I said, I mean, I live out here in Los Angeles, and I'm lucky I get to see the games on TV. But it was such a privilege to be there in person, see him score that goal against Deportivo La Coruña. And for this kid who's still got bum fluff on his face, to say Kai Havertz is on the same level as Dennis Bergkamp just sums up this fan base in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Dennis Bergkamp's
He's
top 5
horrendous.
best players in Premier League history. How the hell are you comparing Kai Havertz to him?
I mean, and do you know what as well? As whilst you couldn't say that he's the top 5 best players in the world ever, you could put him in a unique category. There isn't. He is unique, isn't he? And that's what makes Dennis Bergkamp stand out. There are plenty of players that are world class, but that man was unique. He was just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Kai Havertz hasn't even done 0.1% of what Dennis Bergkamp's done for football.
A fucking thimbleful, Aaron. A thimbleful.
Do you think you'll ever see Kai Havertz have a first touch like Bergkamp had against the Newcastle goal? Or the
I was
goal
about to say to
he-
you, Andy, the greatest goal ever scored in Premier League history is Bergkamp scored against Newcastle.
When was it? When was it done before, and
Yeah.
when's it been done after that goal? Because we see rockets going in the top corner, every weekend. You see a few little scorpions every now and then. You see the Rabonis and all that. Anyone ever seen anything like that?
Never.
And that was improvised as well. Improvised.
Yeah.
From a overhit pass, just slightly behind him by Bobby Perez.
Yeah.
Improvised in a split second in a massive game away against Newcastle.
Kai Havertz would break his 2 legs if he even tried to score that.
Kai Havertz probably break his nose falling over.
I was in a pub, Baron. I was in a pub called Shenanigans. That was the name of the pub I was in. It's a local pub where I'm from. And the place was packed because it was such a big game. And when Bergkamp scored that goal, I couldn't believe what I saw. I jumped up and I hit 2 or 3 fucking tables. About 20 to 30 pints went flying every fucking where. And I went fucking berserk. Fuck off. I caused war in the place. So anyway, I got fucking barred out of the pub that day and I was never allowed back into it. Fucking shithole anyway.
Was it worth it? Every minute of it.
Yeah, worth every minute of it because that was fantastic. And the TCA was the same. The TCA would score goals like we've never seen again. Never seen
this
goals
was
like that
unbelievable.
again.
Hey Kyle, have you had your meetup with the legend, Mr. Arsenal yet?
Mr. Adams, yeah, coming up in February.
Ah, nice, nice. No, keep us posted to this, man. I am yearning to know.
Doc, let me tell you something, brother. These fellas, Ian Rice. I'm going to go back to Ian Rice. Ian Rice, and I'll come back to you then in a minute. But because I found something the other night. Ian Rice was at a wedding where I'm from here in Wexford, and I was working. And this years ago now, and I was working. A friend of mine was in the hotel, and she rang me and she says, "Kyle, your hero is down here at the wedding." And I said, "Ian Rice," and she was like, "Yeah, Ian Rice," and he was still playing for Arsenal at the time. So I was like, "Fuck." So I rush home. I finish work. I rush home. I take a shower. I rings the woman I was with at the time. I say, "Get your fucking hair done, makeup done, put a dress on, and shut the fuck up. Just get into the car and be ready." So we bombed down to the hotel, and we go up, and these 2 big bouncers are on the door. And I said, "How's it going, lads?" And the man says to me, "Where's your invites?" And I turned to the one. I said to the one, "Where's the invitations?" "Oh, I left them at home, I said, "You fucking clown. I told you put the invitations in the fucking handbag." So the next thing the bouncer says, go on. So we went in, and I went in, and I looked down, and here was Ian Rice, and he up dancing with his wife or whoever the fuck. And I went up to the bar, and I was shaking like a leaf. And I got myself a fucking Red Bull, and I was lashing into me, and I said, "What the fuck will I say to this fella?" So up Ian Wright comes, and I says to him, "Ian, can I have a quick word with you?" And he says, "Yeah, give us a minute, mate. Just give us a minute." So he goes over to the bar, and he orders, I think he was drinking Coke and vodka. And he comes back over to me. He says to me, "Oh, mate, how are you keeping?" And I was like, "Ian, I'm a massive Arsenal fan. You're my fucking hero. I fucking love you. I just wanted to shake your hand. I shouldn't be here. I just want to shake your hand. That's all." He sat down with me for 45 minutes and had a proper conversation. Got loads of pictures taken with him. And I have one framed. The 2 of us arm in arm framed. And the things that he told me about Arsenal, right, is not what he fucking says on television. It was completely different. And this is what I'm saying to you. That's why I'm looking forward to seeing Tony, because Tony will tell you as it fucking is. I would like to meet Martin Keown, another bullshitter. Ian Rice is a bullshitter. Martin Keown is a bullshitter. Ray Parler is another bullshitter. Lee Dixon, another bullshitter. I want to meet Mr. Arsenal. I want to thank him, and that's it. Shake his hand and just say, "Tom, you're a real legend."
Good luck,
what
man.
have you
Good
done?
luck.
Have you paid for like a VIP sort of thing, or is it just like?
Yeah, he's coming over to Dublin, Aaron, and he's you buy. There's 2 tickets. There's gold standard and silver standard. The gold standard is €90. The silver standard is €45. And he basically gets up on the stage and he talks about his life and his experiences at Arsenal and his football life and stuff like that to the crowd. But if you have a gold ticket, you go and meet him before the actual event. So you can have a few words with him yourself and get your picture taken with him or shake his hand.
Yeah.
That's fire.
So look, he's making a few quid for himself, so fine that. He's happy enough. I did it. I tell you what I did. And I wouldn't do it cheap enough. €90, €45, not too bad.
That's worth it, isn't it?
Al Pacino came to Dublin to the convention centre, and it was 400 quid to get to meet Al Pacino. Now, Aaron, you know I'm a film critic and I'm big into my movies. So I had to splash out. I had to go out to see Al Pacino. So that was well worth it now to meet a legend like Al Pacino. You know what I mean? You're not going to meet Al Pacino every day of the fucking week now or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyle, what a story, man! What else?
That's fucking it. I was well enjoying listening to that, man, isn't it? I was enjoying listening to that.
I'm after me. You see, I'm lucky enough. I'm a film critic over here, so I write about films for all the papers and stuff like that, and I get to go to the cinema 2-3 times a week. I get in for free, so it's great. And look, listen, I showed Aaron. I have a big collection of original movie posters that actually came from the cinema when the films came out. I've posters here 70 and 80 years old. I have about 4,500 films in my collection. So
you sent me a few of them posters.
Yeah.
And they're wicked, mate.
I'm
wicked.
a freak, but
Wicked.
and I've also got to interview and meet some actors and directors. So I've met some famous people. I put it that way. I met Jack Nicholson. He was a prick. I met he was an absolute fucking he was a dickhead. I met Angelica Houston. She was a fucking bitch. Who else did I meet? Lady Gaga was actually very nice. She was very nice and very respectful. And the nicest of them all was Morgan Freeman. I was lucky enough to have a 15 minutes conversation with Morgan Freeman up in Merrion Square Hotel in Dublin, and he was an absolute gentleman. When I walked, I was shaking, and I walked. I'll tell you a quick story. I'm not going to bore you, but
you go, bro.
I could talk about movies forever. But anyway, I goes over to Morgan Freeman. I'm shaking like a leaf, and I said to him, "Hello, Mr. Freeman. It's lovely to meet you." And he looked up at me, and I swear to God, I'll never forget. I'll bring it to my grave. His words back was, "Don't call me Mr. Freeman, son. My name is Morgan. My parents christened me Morgan." And he shook my hand back. I never, ever forgot it.
That's cool.
And he was
humble.
such a nice man, a very polite man. And Jack Nicholson was a prick. I walked into the room with him, right? And I said, "Hi, Jack. Nice to meet you." He wouldn't shake my hand. I sit down. I have to ask him a couple of questions. I had 4 or 5 questions to ask him. I asked him one question, and he got up and he said, "I haven't got time for this." And he walked out of the room. He was a fucking prick. But that wasn't just for me, no. That was for other critics and all that was there as well. So he was just being a fucking arsehole, total arsehole. And he stayed in a hotel called the Westbury Hotel on the bottom of Grafton Street. And lads, he was in the top room. I think it's something like $2,000 a night just to stay there. It's unreal. The money these people have is unbelievable. But yeah, well anyway, listen, I could go on and on. I've loads of stories. We'll do it another night, boss. This is this is a football show, not a movie show.
No. It's always nice having a little listen now, isn't it?
Look, maybe I turned the phone, and you mightn't see it now, but I've a Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger movie poster here right beside me, and it's 48 years old. This movie poster. 1 second, maybe you'll see it. I don't know.
Let's have a little goose.
That's a little bit too dark for us, brother.
It's funny. I just went to put my hands up to have a little look.
So I have all this kind, all that kind of stuff, all the movie posters and all over the fucking place. Sometimes it causes problems though in my relationship. You know what I mean? It's an expensive hobby now. Let me tell you as well, lads. It's a very expensive hobby. But look, I
Kyle,
don't drink. I don't drink brandy, so why not?
Kyle, hold on 1 sec. I got to show you something.
Show me, brother.
Okay. While you're going, Doc, go.
Yeah. Oh, mate, you're gonna love the Arteta Sexual Awards. That is right up your, film critic alley.
Kyle, yeah, of course. I forgot this. Kyle.
Even a gal as
Kyle,
well.
of course. One sec, Macy. One sec.
You got to show him the award, mate. You got to show him the award.
We're going to be hosting, Kyle. The Aaron Talk Arsenal Arteta Sexual Awards. It will be at the end of the season. All the content creators that are talking absolute shit about this club, absolute dross all throughout the season, they will find themselves in their categories and they will receive their honours. They will receive their honours.
This is
Gianni, show me, brother.
My grandfather's original 1987, 1988 Napoli.
Oh, shit, son.
This is the year.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this is my grandfather's. I had this cleaned and had this done professionally to straighten it back out. But, yeah, this is the original one. The year after, Maradona won the double for the first time.
My God.
Up to Maradona, one of the all-time great Argentinians in the world. He and Messi revolutionized Argentina. Like
Gianni, brother.
Yeah.
You're after bringing shivers to me. I literally goosebumps on my arms there, man. Gianni, I just said to you, brother, in my 40 years, I said this to you before, in my 40 years of watching football, I never saw anyone like Diego Maradona that time, brother. Yep. And at that time, Italian football was showed on a channel. I don't know about England, but over here in Ireland, it was on a channel called S4C. It no longer exists. But we used to get Italian football the whole time. I actually watched more Italian football than English football at the time. We had S4C and we had a channel for the English football, which was HTV. And every Sunday to show an English match on HTV, but you could have a choice of 4 or 5 Italian games. Diego Maradona, I will never forget. I was lucky. I was privileged enough to be alive to see it. So, but man, that's after here standing on the back of me like here, Gianni. Have you got that frame, brother?
I'm getting it framed. I'm sending it out to a buddy of mine who does that stuff. He's going to be framing it for me. I'm going to be putting it in my room over here where I got my bar and my pool table at my house. So I got that, and then I found my dad has it. I know it's somewhere in storage. My grandfather also has an original AC Milan Gianni Rivera jersey.
Jesus, brother.
Yeah, that one's from 74, I think.
Yeah,
it's the old black and red with just the number 10 before they put names on the back of the jersey. So he's got that somewhere in storage. But yeah, no, the Napoli one's getting framed. That definitely getting framed. I spent a lot of money to get that jersey straightened out and cleaned up. So
that was well worth it, Gianni.
Yeah,
that's unbelievable, man. Not so many people have that.
I know. Trust me. I know. I showed it to Shane. and DJB because they do that retro show with all the jerseys. And Shane and DJB were like, Jesus, that's an original. I was like, yeah. I go, my grandfather had it. He only wore it one time. My dad and his 2 brothers, nobody tried wearing it, and then they passed it on to me. So I'll be framing it so nobody wears that jersey.
That is unbelievable, man. Well, you have there's a bit of history there, brother. Bit of history in your hands.
Yep.
And that's what it's all about. That's unbelievable, bro. Well played. Make sure to have that frame. Get that frame, brother. Get that framed.
Yep. Oh, I will be. It'll be up for display when I get it framed. I'll show everybody it when it's back.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jesus, man. It's great to see these things, though. You know, that's what I'm saying to you. Like, I'm an artist as well. I do a lot of drawings and stuff like that. And I suppose from an early age, I was always into films. Like my mom and dad would often say that when I was 3 and 4, I'd watch a film. And my mom and dad always said that they're no longer together. They separated back in 1989, a long time ago, but they're best friends now.
Mhm.
But they said to me that when I was a child, I wanted to watch these films, and my mom wouldn't let me watch these films, but my dad would. And I wanted to know what did the director mean, and what does an editor mean? Because my dad was into films, and he was even as a 3 or 4 year old kid, I had this interest. But I also, because I love drawing pictures, I was drawn to movie posters. Because back in the day, you had those movie posters, not like the movie posters, the shit movie posters these days are not the same as the movie. That's why I collect the movie posters from the past, because the movie posters of the day, fucking shite. They're all the same, boring. You know, the great artists of the day are all either dead or passed on or just not doing them anymore.
Yeah.
So I was always fascinated with art and films, and they all interlink, you know, and to see things like you have there, Gianni, collections like that, I'm always interested in stuff like that, you know.
Yep, absolutely. No, these kids, facts. What Egypt just said, facts. He'd be up there. Bergkamp's in the conversation of the greatest 10s of all time. He's in the conversation with the greatest 10s of all time. The fact that you try to compare Kai Havertz to Bergkamp is a disgrace. It's a fucking disgrace.
It's one of the worst things. It's probably one of the worst takes I've ever heard on YouTube.
Well, Aaron, I'd just like to jump in there and just say this. I just saw that comment there. I don't know who it was. It said that if Bergkamp had Henry's pace, it would have been. I just like to say, in my opinion, this is just me now, and maybe the man who wrote in there saw the players live and saw the players, grew up looking at the players like I did. For me, when you talk about pace, yeah, I understand. But for me, I thought Bergkamp's pace was up here in the height. He was far quicker than any footballer I've seen in the Premier League ever, including Thierry Henry, when it came to pace up here in the brain.
He knew what you were going to do before you were going to do it.
Before the ball came to him, he knew what he was going to do with the ball. Henry relied on his pace to score the goals he scored and become the great player he became. For me, people often say to me, who's the greatest player ever in the Premier League? For me, Dennis Bergkamp.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Yeah, Dennis Bergkamp, or if I
player.
Football player, Dennis Bergkamp is the best football player I ever saw in the Premier League.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that. He's magnificent, unbelievable. You just watch him. You know class. You know class. Everyone knows class. It's not. It's you just look at it and you just go, yeah. That's it. That's it.
Class.
Gal, Gal, yeah. I mean, he ain't got a clue, is he? He thinks Robin van Persie came through the academy. You know what I mean? That's
He also said that. He also said that Saka's the most capped England player for Arsenal.
He's so unpredictable, Gal. Like
when you got sorry, Macy, but when you have this, big up, Doc. When you have this and you have a computer, 10 seconds of research. Just do 10 seconds of research so you don't sound stupid. 10 seconds of fucking research. Like the thing with Havertz. That's why somebody saying that is a tribute to why the game is as boring as it is nowadays. Because we don't have the number 10s that we used to see. The number 10 is a sacred position that so many people have taken for granted for how the game has changed with this bullshit of, oh, he's a 10-8. Brother, no. Odegaard couldn't tie the shoes of the number 10s that we saw. Couldn't tie the shoes of them.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking about Bergkamp, Maradona, and all these guys. You could go down the next tier of great players. They're not tying their shoes.
He wouldn't
Martin Odegaard isn't better than Guti. He's not better than Guti. He's not better than Recoba. When Recoba was at
Recoba, mate, was a bowler.
Fuck, it was one of my.
He wouldn't polish the boots of fucking Totti. One of the best number 10s I've seen in the last 20 or 30 years.
You know what our fan base also said, Gianni, my friend? You know what our fan base also said? They have the audacity to compare Mosquera to Sol Campbell. Like, do these people understand?
What? Well, I've not. Really?
I haven't heard that, but that's disrespectful.
Because do you remember when we bought Mosquera? Our
I like
fan base-
Mosquera, but yeah.
Yeah, Mosquera is good, but he's nowhere near the level of Sol Campbell. Sol Campbell was a decent centre back. He was miles better than Mosquera. And
he was better than decent. Let's be honest.
Yeah, like
Sol Campbell 0102 at sort of levels, one of the best centre backs on the planet.
Aaron, do you know what happened? I heard Top Goon is comparing Odegaard to Iniesta.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
That's just
Embarrassment.
That's just
Even a 40-year-old
decline of football, isn't it?
can still show Odegaard on how to be a baller. Even a 40-year-old Iniesta can still show Odegaard on how to be a better baller.
And that's
if it wasn't for Lazio, if it wasn't for what Nesta was doing when Lazio won the fucking league, with Nesta as the main man back at the defense, you could easily make an argument that Sol Campbell's top 5 center backs of his time at that. The only reason why it's difficult to say that is because of all the top JCG. You got to look at all the top Italian defenders at the time. You had Cannavaro, you had Nesta, you still had Maldini at the time. That's the only reason why Campbell's got a difficulty of getting in there. Campbell's world class. And same thing, the disrespect that they threw at Tony Adams is bullshit. Tony Adams is arguably top 5 greatest center backs of all time, let alone just the fucking Premier League.
Yeah,
I'll tell you a quick story. Paul McGrath, you know the great Paul McGrath? Paul McGrath is a good friend of mine. He lives here. He lives literally just few minutes away from me, right? And he said to me one day, Arsenal playing Aston Villa, and himself and Tony went on the fucking beer. And the two of them got really pissed. So they thought they were going to be in trouble for the game the next day. And he said that literally the two of them went out on the field, and the two of them were hung over as fuck. They played the match, and they didn't know who to give man the match to, either Tony Adams or Paul McGrath. That's how good the two of them were. And Gianni, Nesta, Maldini, and all those great Italian centre backs were all great players. And you have to put the likes of Tony Adams and Paul McGrath up there side. As a matter of fact, Maldini once famously said, he was asked the question, who's the best centre back he ever played against or ever saw? And Paolo Maldini is on record, and he said that there's a black player who plays for Ireland called Paul McGrath.
Yep.
He's the best centre back I ever saw. Paolo Maldini said that.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
And if you remember Gianni in the World Cup, Paul McGrath marked Roberto Baggio. He gave Roberto Baggio a nightmare.
Yep.
And Roberto Baggio was probably the best player in world football at that particular time.
Yeah.
Now, I often say to Paul, geez, Paul, that was unbelievable the way you had Baggio in your pocket for that game. And he's such a nice man. He'd always say to me, oh, wait there now, Kyle. Roberto Baggio was world class. I was only lucky on that particular day. He never gives himself credit. But by geez, and don't forget, Paul McGrath couldn't train because of his 2 knees or anything. And he gave an exhibition of football that day.
Yep.
But yeah, man, as I said to you, Tony Adams and Paul McGrath, you talk about Sol Campbell, in my eyes, he wouldn't be in the same sentence as Tony Adams or Paul McGrath.
No.
And Sol Campbell was don't get me wrong, he was a great centre back, but he wasn't the two of them.
No.
Nowhere near. You're talking about legends now, aren't you?
Declan Davis is a proper legend, and he's a proper best striker in the Netherlands.
Yeah, you're going into that proper prime time category now. Look at them players you're reeling off that are almost a calendar. Sorry, Jesus Christ, yeah, got it.
It's like
this is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the different level. The problem is that football, it's not even in a comparison of how much better the game used to be than what it is now. Sorry for anybody who doesn't like it. Sorry for whoever doesn't like it, and I'm sorry. The Premier League, the fact of what Kyle was saying, and Kyle can speak to this, the Premier League isn't anywhere near the level that the old City A used to be. So that right there shows that the players ain't on the same level.
Nowhere near. I was listening to someone today, Gianni, saying that I think it was Simon Jordan, but they were talking about that we have the best players in the Premier League. We have the best league in the world, the best football in the world. And I was there saying to myself, once upon a time, not anymore. The football today in Italy, Spain, and England is a fucking joke. It's not the same. They're not in the same. Football in itself is not the same as what it used. I'm just delighted because I was lucky enough to grow up in the era where football was football and not the fucking shite that we're looking at today. I'm telling you that Nottingham Forest Arsenal game is going to be one hell of a boring fucking match to watch. I guarantee you.
Because you know what Sean Dyche will do.
And you know what Arteta will do as well. It's a fucking joke.
Yeah, because Dyche has Arteta's number.
Absolutely, but 100%. But
brothers, I'm going to jump off there, Aaron. I'm going to have
we're going to wrap up.
Big up, Kyle.
The little one. See, we haven't seen Avatar 3 yet because I've got to see Avatar with her and I went to see Avatar 2 with her and we said we'd go see Avatar 3, but unfortunately with Christmas and then she had a little bit of a dose on her, so we didn't get a chance. But it's on 3D tomorrow in the cinema at 11:30. So I'm after promising her that I'm going to bring her to the cinema. We're going to go see Avatar 3 tomorrow morning. And then we go for some dinner afterwards. So it's going to be a daddy-daughter there. So I'm going to hit the bait. I'm going to hit the bait and relax because you know yourself with the daughter.
Boom!
You're on the go all day. So I have to be prepared for that. So listen, I speak to you all later on, gentlemen. And what time's that Arsenal Forest game on us?
5:30.
Yeah,
It's a late kickoff.
It's at 5:30 p.m. Keith. 5:30 p.m. Keith.
The City game kicks off first against United.
Well, I tell you what I do then. I might get to see the game. But if the daughter wants to do something tomorrow evening to finish off the day with her dad, that's number one. So I'll be doing that. And if not, I'll be tuning into the match and see what happens. But gentlemen, listen, big up to you all. Legendary chat. Aaron, legend as always, and it's a great pleasure to talk to the other legends that's on the panel and the chat. And I see you all later on. I see you all soon. Big up to you all.
Have a good week.
Take care, Carl. Good night.
What a
good man.
Legendary guy.
What a geezer Kyle Walsh is. We will wrap it up there, everyone, man. Thank you very much for tuning in. That's what it's all about, in it, Johnny. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's all about, in it. Just letting everyone get their say, have their say about Arsenal. It's a Friday. Come on, we're top of the league. Let's get smashed.
Well, if City win tomorrow, then that could be a real different story. Like,
nah.
We'll see.
Listen. We greatly appreciate, greatly appreciate every single one that's super chatted, anyone that's a member, anyone still in the chat, the panel, all of you has been fantastic. Thank you very, 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 very much. We will redirect to Lee Gunner, who is live. So if you can give him a raid, that would be fantastic, man. Thank you very much for your evening. It's been a pleasure. Absolute brilliant. Remember, composure,